Everyone spam refresh. Every single time I start the stream. Same thing happens every single time. I'm convinced you guys are just like fucking with me too, because this guy's debating people on Twitch. You guys are pretty sick if you guys are trolling me, dude. I have no idea what the rules are. I just got banned, right? Some people are thinking like, oh, why are you being... Dude, I don't want to get banned right away. Dude, he debates everyone. He debates people IRL.
Okay.
What the fuck?
So, for our last panel of the night, sticks and stones may break my bones, but...
God, I don't know if I'm alone, but just like, even by watching this video, I feel like my IQ is somehow like rising, you know? There's so much intelligence in this room. Look at it, dude.
Our first panelist, Stephen Bonnell, or as many people may know him online as Destiny. Destiny is a popular Twitch streamer and a YouTuber.
There's so much intelligence in this room, man. I bet if they all stopped, like, arguing with each other, they could create the fucking atom bomb.
Our next panelist, Milo Yiannopoulos, is an award-winning journalist, a New York Times selling best author.
Dude, it's like a fucking heavyweight championship. They both get introductions. They start talking about comparing emotional pain to physical pain.
Which is, can we compare emotional pain with physical pain? And so, to study...
What a fucking weird question, dude.
To get this kicked off, psychologists from Friedrich Schiller University in Germany had 16 subjects...
Who is Milo? Does anyone know the... what's this too long... Like, what's the quick version? He's gay. Is he really gay? He's a gay conservative. Okay. You have a gay conservative debating, I'm assuming he's an SJW, 5'3" SJW.
Read pain-related words while imagining situations...
Both their opinions don't matter. XQC. Who else? Who should I just go after? Who's the biggest people on Twitch, dude? I'm looking to cause issues right now. Okay, some people are saying that, you know, everyone spam refresh. Apparently there's some people that are a little bit slow and they didn't get the idea that we were restarting. Pokemon, dude, I already made her quit. Gross gore? Spam refresh, dude. There's some people, they need a little bit of help, you know? It's okay. Call me Carson? Oh, finally. Something we can agree on. Call me Carson. His streams are so long, I don't even know. Let's see. Asmongold. Now let's debate gross gore. He's definitely a very serious person. Gross gore is kind of like the new Keemstar. Like his Twitter videos are genuinely hilarious. Some people are saying he scammed his editor. I don't fucking care.
And you know he's with this girl. I think her name's Melina. I don't know if that's the right girl. Her name's Melina. They're like,
if anything, I think I like him more because he did that.
XQC.
I've had bad experience with editors, dude. I kind of don't like them.
And you got the girl that hangs out with him. So I go up to the girl, and I saw this stream once of XQC playing golf. and I remember Melina sucking at golf. So I went up to her, and my intro was this. Hey, you.
Oh, the best one, dude, is this one.
This fucking hype of World of Warcraft Classic releasing, I want to fucking shed some light on this topic. Because I've got complaints to make towards Blizzard. And they better be fucking listening, because it's not fucking funny, bruv, and I want fucking shit to be changed. Last expansion, World of Warcraft / Blizzard, implemented a PC, an MP fucking C, right? Which, and guess what it is? It's a fucking troll. Not a humanoid, a fucking troll, right? I don't know if you guys noticed, this ain't no bullshit. And guess what? This troll has a big fucking nose. A massive, crooked, fucking big fucking nose. Huh, sounds familiar? Well, guess what? I used to have a big fucking nose, and it used to be really fucking bent as well, just like the fucking NPC. And do you guys want to know something?
Fucking this guy. Watch Destiny Rage. Wait, these people had a debate? Aren't they both fucking SJW, like... We gotta watch this shit, dude.
His position is that you are...
Dude, last night I remember even saying, like, someone take out this Hanson guy. Like, please, for the love of God, someone take out this annoying, like, disingenuous piece of shit. I guess Destiny, like, had the same idea.
Bad she is and using things that aren't 100%.
I know he's 5'3", and his opinion doesn't matter, but, like, hey, I think I'm on his side for this one if he's trying to take him down.
The stuff you said about Biden. Everything I said about Biden is true, you fucking idiots!
Are you ready? Here's the only true hot take on the N-word.
Every single time. I'm not fucking deleting this VOD no matter what. I love how when you search Destiny, the first thing comes up is verses. Who are these people? Is this like an actual community? They all like debate each other?
I think that the examples that you gave...
Oh my god, you can't
last
answer
night,
a
the examples that you
question.
gave...
Holy shit! This is unreal! Are you guys watching this?
Wait.
I can't believe this right now. Why can't you just answer the question?
Who won this? Does anyone know? No one did? Facts.
Before, which is good. But yeah, I don't know. It's there's like a lot of like public backlash and shit, but I don't know. That kind of stuff doesn't really bother me as much. So you're just asking like, how do you feel about the last few days? I mean, like, well, yeah. I mean, there's certain content that works well on stream and doesn't. That's always something.
What's he even talking
Your
about?
answer to that is no. Is that fair?
Whether
Why
it's
is it so
okay to say
hard to
something-
just it privately?
No. I would rather
Oh, shit.
you...
Okay, what?
Later today, and they were saying that you're about to leave.
Yeah, I gotta do D&D tonight. Wait, why do you want to talk? He's hopping on now. He's waiting for you. I mean, I'm in my Discord room. He's in debate 4. Does
The
he not have
master...
Chrome?
Who's the, like, kingpin of the debating community? Who's the PewDiePie of the debate? Destiny? Destiny is. Why is it Destiny? Because he talks fast? Because he's 5'3"? Because he doesn't buy boots in League of Legends? Hanson? No, what? You guys gotta be fucking with me with that, dude. That guy's the best one? On his fucking Twitter bio it says he's a communist? Time out. Go back to his fucking room, dude. He has an IKEA couch behind him? Yeah, he's a real communist, dude.
His position is that...
With a Blue Yeti microphone. Taking donations with his Patreon. Big communist, dude. For the people. Support the government. He's a part of Antifa, too. This dude is not a part of Antifa, dude. Is it really that hard? Oh my god, man. If he's actually, like, the king of the debating shit on Twitch, I really gotta rebrand myself, because I didn't realize it was that easy to fucking just say, like, guys, I'm a communist, right? And then just get this traction of these radical idiots. If that's what, if that's how it works, I'll gladly start saying that I'm a communist right now, dude. He works for the Young Turks. Oh my god. Someone's gonna, respond to this with, yeah, you have to, survive in this system, but that doesn't mean that you're not a communist. Alright, man. I don't believe in drugs, but I'm gonna fucking take the drugs and sell the drugs and buy the drugs. Okay.
My server anymore? Did he leave and come back? Holy shit.
No, he got fired? Oh my god, dude.
Alright, well.
Please tell me that you guys are trolling me with this. He's not actually the kingpin of the debating. He actually gets the most viewers. That's disgusting, dude.
Hello?
Wow, hey, what's up, bud?
What's going on?
I gotta rethink my strategy on Twitch after this.
Chat shit stirring? I can't even talk. Is it chat shit stirring, or is it you that you actually want to talk? Because I said I was down to talk about this later today, and they were saying that you're about to leave.
Yeah, I gotta do D&D tonight. Wait, why do you want to talk about it later today?
Well, I just got started. I just wanted to go through my own shit before I went into a long and
It's Ben Shapiro.
comprehensive debate about private speech versus public speech and the usage of the N-word in private speech.
Oh, don't worry. Well, actually, so I'm curious, firstly. Wait, so do you think it's okay to say it privately as long as you don't say publicly that you say it privately?
What is he talking about? Is he talking about the N-word?
No. I would rather you don't say it. I don't say it. And
really
hold on.
Clear.
I would rather everyone not say it. I don't say it. There are a number of different reasons for why saying the N-word and
This is so funny too because this disingenuous pretends to be an SJW, pretends to be a big brain type, Destiny, straight up got big on Twitch. And the way he got big was, I know this because I was around this time, was because he was good at StarCraft and he was saying the N-word over and over again. He would straight up start arguing with people about using the N-word. And no one knows this because it was on fucking Justin TV and shit like that. But now he's this SJW. This is fucking amazing, dude. If you're one of those SJWs that's getting angry about what I'm saying about this pretends to be a communist, he's just as bad. It's like cowboys and Indians.
other hateful terminology as well.
Maybe he's, changed his mind. I'm not saying you can't do that, but it's so funny that, they're all debating on this topic.
Is problematic.
Okay, wait. Okay, I don't need all this. Hold on. So you didn't answer the question at all. Let me try one more time. Do you think it's okay for people to say it privately if they don't admit
He
it
changed
publicly?
his mind?
No, I still don't think it's okay. But
Okay,
in
okay.
in your instance, I'm saying if you're not gonna stop saying the N-word, I would rather you just at least
Yeah,
not
I'm not
say that
asking.
you're
I don't know
saying
why
the
you're telling me what a rather. We're not talking about would you rather this or that. I'm just asking this one very simple question.
Listening to these people sometimes piss me off, dude.
So if you think it's okay,
They speak in this, it's like a text chat or something.
or I'm sorry, if you don't think it's ever okay,
Wait,
No, I'd rather you not say rather, we need to, define our terms now.
why don't you think
If
that
you guys want to, fucking do a debate like that, then why not just make it all in text?
that's significant when it's almost the entirety of this conversation?
because
I've already
They're doing it like it's fucking, lawsuit or something like that, where they start with the definitions and stuff like that.
conceded that I've literally already conceded that I can't stop you from
I've literally already conceded.
saying whatever fucking
we're
thing
not
you want to
talking
say.
about
in
whether or
private.
not you can stop me. This is
Okay.
a very simple question of whether or not you think it's okay to say it privately if you don't admit it publicly. And it sounds like your answer to that is no. Is that fair?
Whether
Why
it's
is it
okay
so
say
hard to
something
just
private-
answer this question?
Who watches this shit? Has to be white women, right? Can you imagine being a black person watching this? Let's watch two white people talk about the use of the N-word.
Is it
Because
okay?
because Destiny,
Either say it or you fucking
ask-
don't say it. It's up
when
to
I
you.
debate you, it's not just debating you; it's debating your brain trust, and it's also debating and
Like-
watching
The only person that should be offended is fucking black people.
fucking clips and a subreddit full of.
Meanwhile, you got these two people that both, they both agree they don't want to say it, but they're gonna debate the details of it? Fucking weird, man.
Fans who turn around and then gaslight and change the narrative and consistently fucking
Bad take,
like-
Leafy? Alright, dude.
When you
context,
gaslit me
will
last
do.
night saying that you didn't come on and say I was belittling blacks when that was clearly the first thing you said. We even watched the clip of you
that's really
saying it.
interesting that you say that because I didn't say like you're belittling black people in private as your first implication was, which is what confused me. And then we followed through on that conversation where you went back, you saw the clip itself. I didn't even see it because I didn't.
One in the chat if you're a black person and you watch these streams. Personally, I'm black. So, you know, it's kind of weird watching shit like this. It's like, yo guys, I'm happy you're sticking up for me, but man, you guys really want to talk about our issues a lot.
didn't even click on it because it was a waste of time. And then you
I'm black and I'd rather die than watch this.
followed through by changing your narrative. It's in my subreddit as well. Like they clipped it out. I wouldn't have even noticed it if that wasn't the case. There might have been a misunderstanding. I'm trying to be as charitable as possible. And if there was a misunderstanding on your end, then that's okay.
Okay, I'll go back and review that.
Okay, do you want to know what the biggest damage is of having these sorts of discussions, especially like the one that we had last night? You and I have, I guess, different moral systems. I really can't describe mine. I'm not philosophically
I can't watch this.
well equipped enough. Maybe I could, but I'm not gonna engage in that right now.
This is like fucking reading Reddit, dude.
And for me, having
Alright,
that-
should I actually disable the overlay? Is it really that annoying? This is the second time I've spent money on an overlay. Let's just do it like this.
that conversation where you're triggering people and you're being triggered yourself, especially to random black people that most people are unfamiliar with who don't understand the Twitch space at all, is always going to have negative consequences. Negative consequences such as them looking angry and emotional.
Okay. Can we, before we go,
feeling like they're belittled.
Okay,
That
we're
was-
pivoting down. Do you understand right now that you're pivoting really far away from the original question? Okay,
You're pivoting very far away from the original question.
It's like, I don't know what brain trust or whatever we're talking about. Just
Brain trust.
the original.
DG,
Okay.
the
No.
place that
I
you
don't care. Yeah,
filmed-
I understand. Okay, just very, very, very simple questions. Okay.
Okay.
So the
I
initial
know.
question was, is it okay to say it privately as long as you don't admit to it publicly?
Yes or no?
Now it sounds like you said no. That's all I'm trying to get. Do
Oh,
you
okay.
really feel like you
Yeah.
can't answer that question?
No, I think it's not okay to say it privately.
Okay, he says no. What's his opinion?
It certainly isn't okay to say it privately either.
Okay to say it privately, or
Is he yes or no?
And
talk
for
for
content?
10 hours.
His is yes. Okay, they disagree. That's it.
I just
Okay,
want you
I'll
to.
talk for a minute.
No,
I'm going to try
okay.
to make this.
Here's my
as
question: is it okay to say it
Can I-
privately?
Can
if
I
you-
just tell you my point before you start?
No, he's no too, so they both don't think that you should use the N-word. How is there 36 minutes of
asking
this?
questions.
Okay, I'm just gonna re-ask this question at the end, just so you know. But go for
Okay,
it. Okay,
it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's totally fine. Okay. I think in most instances, saying the N-word, both in private and definitely in public, is bad. Okay? Now, having said that, it could be contextually appropriate to use the N-word in a private setting. Definitely more so than it could be contextually appropriate to say the N-word in a public setting. But having said that, as a public
No
figure,
words.
right? You acknowledge that you have certain responsibilities, or not even certain responsibilities, but you believe that within your moral framework that you don't want to say the N-word in public because other people could weaponize that and use that, or actually racist people.
Weaponize that? I know some people are gonna say I'm stuck in 2016 or whatever the fuck, so like, please explain to me. What is weaponizing a fucking word? What does that mean? I'm not trolling right now. What does it mean to weaponize a word? Like to make it some sort of like, everyone uses it? I'm not trolling with this. Like, what does that actually mean? To spread hate. Okay. I'd rather watch this dude talk about how
That's
there
the
was
only
people
thing that I
getting
saw.
raped at his house.
After this, Woody was adamant that he didn't want to seek any like litigation versus MacD, but he wanted it to stop. So what I did was I took the three of us and we
So that entire conversation was, is it okay to use it in private, right? Because if you do that, even if there's the slight off chance that whoever you're talking to ends up using that word again, then now we've created more hate in the world. I think using the hard R is too forced, right? But if there wasn't terms of service, I'd love just to say it right now just to fuck with you all.
talked about it, and I let Brandon speak whatever he wanted to do. I do not remember the content of the talk, but I can tell you that Brandon made his personal space extremely clear in that talk. I remember that. I didn't understand their dynamic at all, so I wanted to
Say it? No, I'd get banned, but I would if I could.
for Woody's safety, just to make sure that things are going.
Here, I'm gonna mute my mic and say it. Alright, I just did it.
Fine. The third incident actually happened inside McCain's bed, and I did not see the conception of this at all, but a roommate did, and they gave me a testimony on it, and I'm gonna obviously show it to you. They testified that Woody was the one that was kind of encouraging it and the one that started it. It was pretty much the initiator of the event, I guess. When I heard that, I just had no choice but to call him troubled, because I know that when I talked to him, he was very clear about what he did and didn't want, but if this was consensual, then there would be no problem. Someone actually came to me and told me this was going on, so of course I get up and I go in the room. There's actually 3 others in the room, by the way. MacD is spooning Brandon under blankets and together in order. His keyboard had water poured all over it the night he took my router. This is in reference to the night where, while I was streaming, trying to like respond to everything else.
Determined XF donated $5. Play The Girl in the Dirty Shirt by Oasis and don't let the 12-year-olds complain.
Oh my god, I forgot to mute? No. I'm gonna get
That's
banned.
Panic and disbelief. Then they came forward with other accounts of misogyny and problematic behaviors. Before I could
If I actually forgot to mute it, oh well, I don't care.
any action, the person told me that they do not want me involved, and the best course of action is to wipe my hands.
I mean, I don't want to get banned, but dude, you can only go so far. This is like fucking ridiculous.
Completely clean of the
You
situation.
can get away with saying more shit in like school, like classroom.
E approached me in my room about this, and I simply told him that the best thing he can do is confront H directly about this and be open to whatever punishment comes. That's it. Next is Zero and Vanessa. I don't have any screenshots of these events because they happened right in front of me. I know that Vanessa chastised Jisoo heavily for saying that the information that she put out was wrong and that she just, he never did anything to her, and almost every single year. And doing that kind of fresh start made me believe that I can get my life back on track. I can, okay, now let's start this new fresh.
Let's ask this guy if, like, he thinks that both those people should be arguing about the N-word. I have this dude on Discord. He's black and gay. According to the SJWs, he's kind of like the fucking, like the judge of this system, Some people are calling me racist for even making jokes about the N-word. I know I've told a few of you guys this. One time this guy asked me money for rent, and I loaned him $3,000. I'm not racist. I just messaged him. Let's talk to a gay and black person and hear what he has to say about these SJWs arguing and complaining about all the issues on the planet. Although he's probably not going to want to call because he's scared of fucking getting in that topic. It's kind of like Keemstar, right? Keemstar won't even follow an anime account on Twitter. If you have an anime profile picture, he won't follow you, dude. He's scared of looking like a racist person. I would be too, but fortunately for me, I loaned a gay and black person money for rent, so I can't be racist.
House, okay, new life, new me, all that kind of stuff. But the upgrades in homes and the more demanding my financial obligations got to myself and everybody else that was, around me, I couldn't recover, and my brand already flopped just because of inactivity and depression, so I was stuck. The rent of the homes that I lived in were as follows. The first home—
How the fuck is anime racist? I don't know, but every anime account on Twitter is racist, man.
Was $5,400. The second one was $7,900.
I know because I'm one of them.
The third one was $3,750, and the mansion was $9,200. By the second home, I was paying about 80% of the rent. We did have like a rent split, but on the low, I was paying for pretty much half of the house. They didn't have the money, I would give it to them and pretend they gave it to me. In the last two homes, not only did I pay for like 90+% of the rent, but I paid for a lot of food as well. I believed that we as housemates had a lot of unique and individual talents and skills, and I thought that like there could be a way to utilize all of us into one giant project. I was always very excited to work with them, but it never happened. I could never bring myself to do it. I was just paralyzed. It would come and go. Sometimes I would feel very confident, and in those moments is—
Bye, Leafy. Dude, some people are saying I'm racist. I'm not. I loaned this guy money. Watch the Pokemon diss track? Alright, let's do that. What the fuck are we watching? I have no idea, man. Bro, where the hell am I, right? That's what I'm thinking too, dude. I came back, I made all these videos, I took down the biggest Twitch streamer, and you know what's crazy too is like, I knew Pokemon was big, right? But I only knew she was big because of her tweets. Like, she was getting like 80k likes a tweet, and like the way I came up with the like idea for the video was, Belle Delphine was like messaging me like a few months back, and she jokingly said one time, try to cancel me, right? And when that happened, I had this idea that like, kind of like in the back of my head, it started like, the light turned on, right? But then I found Belle, what's her name? Fucking Pokemon. I saw the copyright shit, and then I'm like, oh, I can just kind of like use that shit on her. But find out, she's actually really big on Twitch. Dude, she's on the logo when you download the app.
Nigga, you ain't—
God fucking damn it, dude. Wait, she didn't say the hard R.
funny.
She didn't say the hard R, we're fine. Twitch staff, if you're watching this, I once donated to this guy, and he's gay and black. Or not donate, I loaned him money. It's not the hard R, we're good.
That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as fuck and lame as hell.
Okay, baby girl, go and shake it on the cam. Hey, we just made this video, we probably go.
I'm not restarting the stream. That shit's like getting annoying.
Hey, I don't give a damn. This whole pokey out of hand. Just when that shit don't work out, please look at me at OnlyFans. Yeah, baby, wait, fuck wrong with your face? Anything that's not.
I'll delete the VOD later. I'm not restarting the stream. Every single time I do that, I lose like 400 viewers, dude. They want to ban me, fair enough, dude. They want to ban me for showing a clip of their like logo girl saying that. That would be pretty funny.
Taste, you think that you can erase what? Load of shit, you a fucking hypocrite. Does your boyfriend give you grace every time he sees your tits?
Keemstar rated you as a 2. Put the makeup down, cause that shit ain't saving you. Call you Pokemon, but we all know you a Karen. Saying family friendly shit, then why the fuck are you?
Yo, Twitch chat is brutal, man. You guys are like fucking with me so often.
Swearing, hey, don't forget about the N-word slips. Bent over on stream, got the sim sharpened tips. Built like a stick, and man, you really is a clown. I better stop talking before this video gets taken down.
All this scamming, don't even get me started. Bitch, you Caterino, all your fans be looking like they Carson. Ayy, hop on this track, you can call that shit arson. $25 for your smile, bitch, that ain't no bargain. We on the beat, Greek got licking on your feet. Every time you turn around, your little fans go and beat they meat. Yeah, HyperX be sending you them checks, bitch. I ain't no fucking doctor.
She was sponsored by HyperX. Do Twitch streamers really have that many sponsors? How did I never get any sponsors deals, dude?
I'm still gon' disrespect. Hey, never catch me running up a sub train. As he land in alinity must equal Pokemon. Hey, at least.
How do I get part of that shit, dude? Am I really that edgy where I can't get any of that fucking money?
Say what I meant. Please tell the community where your eyebrows went.
I mean, at least I can't get canceled, right? That's kind of cool or something.
Hey, all your fans still must have their virginity. Tossing out the pussy, I'ma start.
I see like tweets saying like, dude, Leafy's so badass, he can't get canceled. And it's like, this isn't a good thing, bro. Like, I mean, it's fun, right? It's like playing like a really like, it's like playing the worst character in League of Legends, right? It's fun because you can't, you know, it's like weird. Yeah, you can like get away with a lot of shit, but bro, I can't get any of the HyperX money.
On you alinity. Hey, and I'm just getting started. Half fans got a man, now they all just departed. Hey, look, why do you think you can win? Got roasted on the tube by the man with no chin. You getting tips, they wanna see your nips. Why you watching YouTube and eating on your chicken strips? Hey, fighting your stream, I'ma need a whole canoe.
This Shane guy, he's been in the chat for like 3 days. Every single time I say one thing, he sarcastically says, good one, right? He clearly doesn't like me.
You should be grateful they
don't ban him no matter what. Mods, like I want like a whitelist. I want him not to be banned no matter what. I want him to suffer and keep watching me and keep, you know, saying shit like that until he eventually realizes, what am I doing?
Hey, you thought you was an 8 in a year. I'll see your ass busting down on Chatterbait.
Good one, Shane.
Make no sense how people watch these streams.
Seriously, don't ban him or like time him out.
This track I need to call my legal team. Hello,
actually, let's make him a mod.
Hey, hey, okay, like okay, like run it back. Hey, run it back. Hey yo, fuck that shit. See what up? Put it up a palm. Pick up a palm. Take a sip. I don't clip a palm.
Shane, hang on. Let me gift you a tier 3 sub. Someone banned him. No, seriously, do not ban him. I can't gift him a sub. Why is that? I need to like add chat rules. The chat rules is anyone that comes in here looking to get banned, do not ban them. The Simp song? Content nuke. I'm Alex. You know, it's so disappointing seeing shit like this because they're all ripping off my format. Like I saw another video, Content nuke Keemstar. Man, it sucks that even when you get banned, they're still ripping off your format. You guys have no idea how much I hate this guy. These, animated YouTube channels. I know I made a video on them, but they piss me off way more than you guys, like even made it out to be. Oh my god. Leafy, you're just as bad as Pokemon. No, dude. I'm the best person on YouTube. Or Twitch, because they banned me, dude. Twitter versus Ninja.
The phrase.
We need to catch up on Twitch drama, because we're trying to build on Twitch, right?
Just a game is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened? Losing? Imperfection of a craft? When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice. There's always something to learn, and always room for improvement. Never settle. Damn.
Was this fucking Michael Jordan, bro?
That's a pretty aggressive tweet from Ninja, although we can't really determine tone.
What the fuck?
From these types of tweets. Maybe he was just trying to make some sort of...
Is this gonna be like on Red Bull's new like fucking advertising campaign?
inspirational statement, you know? I doubt it was that aggressive.
If anyone ever uses the excuse, it's just a game, I'm gonna lose my mind. Imagine telling LeBron James, Tom Brady, that when they're pissed off after losing a game, that it's just
I want to 1v1 this guy in Fortnite.
a game. Like, I'm gonna lose. Like, are you kidding me? You're so stupid. It's the competitive nature, bro. It's about respect, bro. It's about pride. It's so much bigger than a video game.
Dude, is
and
he
anyone
good?
that ever uses the excuse is just
How much fucking Adderall is he on? That's not like a running joke with just like me. He's like literally on Adderall. This is not a joke. Anyone that's like professional in FPS game, they are on Adderall. It's like confirmed. I'm not fucking with you guys. Oh, look. It seems like all the people that are professionals in these video games are on Adderall. The commissioner... Some of the commissioners just banned Adderall. Yeah, they're all on Adderall, dude.
the game is
Speaking
a
of which, I'm
horrible
gonna
human
take some
being
Adderall.
and is lazy. You're a lazy human being.
Okay, Ninja. Whew, that is quite the reaction to someone saying it's just a game. And a lot
I would
of
even
people
go so
tended
far
to
to say
agree
that
to the point where this became
you can't go professional in CS:GO unless you're on
Still a
Adderall.
tweet by saying, "Me playing Papa's Pizzeria on Cool Math." Kavos responds to it by saying, "It's only game." Too Mad responds to it by saying this.
Literally, I'm eating a sandwich right now, like, bro. That shit was so retarded. I'm about to respond in another language. What the?
Khaki Code then responds to Too Mad with this. Antonio responds to Ninja by saying, "This motherfucker
Very random too, man.
really comparing
Very
himself
funny.
to actual sportsmen," laughing my ass off. Cam the Great says, "I cannot express how stupid he sounds. As a game addict..."
By the way, Too Mad's on Adderall too. Everyone thinks these are fucking running jokes. It's not. I've actually talked to this guy. We did like collabs.
Like myself, I could not have disagreed more. That is what you call being inconsiderate. I'm not gonna tell Ninja it's just a game, because I know competitive he is, and how serious he takes it. And I have mad
These aren't
respect
jokes.
for the brother. Dickle Pickle then responds, "He cannot be comparing himself to LeBron James or Tom Brady. Completely different."
Shroud's on Adderall, Too Mad's on Adderall, Scarce is on Xanax, and Keemstar's on cocaine. H3 is probably on some Tourette's shit. I don't
Game
fucking
is going
know.
to his head, and we are watching him go mad. Sir Palo responds to Ninja by saying, "This is just a tweet. Just don't," then says, "The phrase
None of those
"it's
things
just a
were
tweet"
jokes.
is such a weak mindset. Are you okay with what happened? Losing imperfection of that tweet? When you stop getting angry after getting angry, you've
Why are people saying Ben, dude? I know you guys are just trolling me, but none of those things were even jokes.
gotten angry twice. There's always something to—
Dude, Shroud's team literally got, like... They got caught using fucking, like... Even one of the pros on his team was like, we were all on Adderall. What was his team's name? I'm not even shit-talking him. Like, dude, I'm on Adderall right now. What was his team that he was on Cloud9? Counter-Strike Pro from his team. We were all on Adderall. You guys think I'm talking shit? I'm not. Shroud. Dry throat. Shroud admits Cloud9 was taking Adderall. They're all on it, dude.
When I would ask for
This guy's not on it.
money, because they'd be like, okay, if I
to learn, and always room for improvement. Never settle. Slacker responds to Ninja by showing this meme of Ninja's dad coming through the door saying,
That guy's just game black. He's on soy.
"Winning, son?" And then Ninja, unfortunately had a bit of an accident while playing Fortnite. Ian Miles Chung responds to Ninja with the PewDiePie N-word image.
It's like steroids with baseball. I honestly, dude, this is like a hot take, right? Be ready to clip this. I don't think it's possible to even go pro in something like CSGO, right? Without Adderall. Okay, maybe there's that's obviously an overstatement. There might be like 20% of people, but you're talking about a game where like you're you're on DE Dust 2, right? You go long, you op, what is it, from the car, you know what I'm talking about, dude, right? You're zoomed in with an op. The whole game is shooting the first time you see a pixel. I'm sorry, but like Adderall is gonna help you there.
To which big
H3 is high on can't even read it.
Money responds to him with a picture of how to punish a dog. Step 1, flashbang him. Obviously referencing the fact
People are saying I'm promoting drugs. I'm not. There are a lot of cons with Adderall. When you're on Adderall, you can't get horny at all. Like, it's not possible. Never take Adderall when you're about to like go meet a girl or some shit. You won't be able to get it up.
that Ian Miles Chung indeed flashbanged a dog. Very sad stuff. Saber Spark responds to Ninja by saying, I thought this was a parody account at first. Space Hamster says,
the science behind it is like all the blood I think is going to your brain or some shit like that, or I don't know, it's something. The blood does not go into your penis.
Dunno, man. I feel like someone who rises above getting angry but still tries to perfect their craft is even better. Not getting angry does not equal not trying your best to improve.
Not true. It is true.
Young Crip says,
you might be able to get it up, but it's going to be much more difficult to actually get it up.
This is what all the kids that called me...
Or you might be like in the middle of doing it and then lose interest. Like you'll start thinking about something else and then, you know, yeah.
The N-word in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies probably believed deep down too. Frosty responds to Ninja by saying, I ran away from home once, because my mom threw out my PlayStation after I launched my controller at Grandma and knocked her unconscious for 3 hours because I got world stared in a COD game. These people just don't understand us, Ninja. Dolan Dark responds to Ninja by saying, finally, I can justify burning my parents' house.
Fuck this guy, dude.
Down after a tough game of Plurable Plays. Grande says, the phrase, you kiss your mother with that mouth, on the other hand, is such a strong mindset. Obviously referencing this clip from Ninja. Seth Everman says, me playing Nintendogs. Max Mofo then responds, those competitions aren't gonna win themselves from Nintendogs, the sentiment, but you can still carry response to all and smash a keyboard. That any
Wait, he wasn't trolling with that motivational speech?
Though we can't really...
I thought he was doing like some Dr. Disrespect shit.
My mind.
He was actually trying to motivate a bunch of kids on like the power of Fortnite.
Imagine telling LeBron James, Tom Brady, that when they're pissed off after losing a game, that it's just a game.
Wait, he wasn't being like Dr. Disrespect. He actually was like comparing himself to Tom Brady and Michael Jordan. Oh my god.
Like, I'm gonna lose. Like, are you kidding me? You're so stupid. It's the competitive nature, bro.
Why do I love talking shit so much? This guy followed me. He was in my DMs. Why do I just burn every bridge down?
It's about respect, bro. It's about pride. It's so much bigger than a video game. And anyone that ever uses the excuse it's just a game.
This is how it feels when you're coming down from like 100 milligrams or some shit. I don't know, dude. This is weird rant. I didn't even know this shit happened.
He's a horrible human being and is lazy. You're a lazy human being.
Okay, Ninja.
Because you trust no one? I don't know, man.
Fun and relaxation.
I mean, it's fun talking shit, but like, seriously, like, one joke about Ninja, pretty poor risk to reward.
They are not streaming for thousands of people that expect them to be at the top of their game,
so
they don't
share
the same passion for winning. I don't think that's
like
a
some
weak
like
mindset.
Fight Club level
it's
shit.
Just different priorities. Axel says, not everyone plays video games for a living. Some do it casually. Zach responds to Ninja by saying, this is true. I've broken 3 Sega Genesis.
Even with Keemstar's such a sick person, but like, even then, sometimes I gotta be like, man, this dude's like 38 years old and he's reporting on 16-year-olds. Like, come on, man. Like, I like you, buddy, but like, you gotta be reporting on a little bit older
consoles. But I've also beaten Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Jack Saint responds to Ninja by saying, Ninja, when you watched 12 Years a Slave, did it remind you of when your parents took away the Xbox for yelling at your brother? Mikey responds to Ninja by saying, you realize it's entirely possible to strive for
just jokes, dude.
Improvement without anger? Yes. Anger is a normal emotion, but telling people they are weak for not having it is a whole other thing. Repzilla responds to Ninja by saying,
I mean, being angry is a funny meme, don't get me wrong, but it's better to get, like, whenever you take an L, you either get angry or you get all mopey. I think it's better to get angry than that, so I guess, like, I know where he's coming from. Alright, we need, like, a genuine video to watch, dude. I'm trying to take over Pokemon's goddamn viewers. All these videos are, like, 8 minutes long. I nuked Pokemon. All of our fans are looking for their new, like, champion. I'm trying to accumulate right now, man. Watch the Goku Naro video on H3H3. Ooh. New video on H3H3. Man, I need to stop streaming at weird hours. I know I keep saying... Holy shit, I just clicked on his channel. Puke. How is H3H3's channel somehow more dead than mine is? Dude, he has some, like, fucking algorithm favor, by the way. Jesus Christ. How's this dude, like, getting, like, 100, 200k views a video, and he has every celebrity in fucking LA on his show, and Susan on his side, making him show up at the top, and, like, 5 different editors that's, like, re-uploading the same content 10 different times just to hit the algorithm in literally every way imaginable, right? He hits the 50-minute algorithm shit, he hits the 8-minute video algorithm shit, and he's still losing. I don't understand. I mean, he didn't get banned, to be fair, right? And he's causing drama. I don't understand how it's not winning. I can't find this dude's channel. What is his name? Nick what? Nick Delirio. I've seen this video. I watched it last time. Oh, the Twitch streamer Pokemon Meltdown.
Is subjective. You transforming something and somebody else, they're both transformative in their own way, dude. And sometimes if you think that it's not.
Dude, the account with H3H3 Productions, I get it, you're mocking him, but like, come on, man, you've said the same joke like 8 times.
Sometimes it's not because it's not transformative. It might be because you don't understand like the culture or the whatever. It just kind of how it is.
Let me say that one more time. You're a fucking loser.
YouTubers literally fucking sit around, okay, and they make one fucking video.
They make like one YouTube video a week, and they're like,
I hate them all.
Mental health needs me to take more breaks.
Broblax, fuck right off, buddy. He's really dumb. Like, not like dumb, like entertaining them, but dumb, like it's actually boring. Like, I feel like I'm arguing with like a fucking 4th grader, and I feel bad for him.
Doesn't Boblax genuinely have autism? Uh-oh.
I don't want to talk to this guy or interact with this guy. Don't like me both likes this shit, okay? This guy's just really...
Full game that I want to enjoy on stream, dude. I literally just... Video! This is why I don't want to fucking play video games on stream, dude. This is literally why I don't want to play a fucking beautiful game that I want to enjoy on stream, dude. I literally just started, and there is 7,000 comments about how my field of vision is garbage, how you can't fucking watch it. This is why it sucks. This is why I can't enjoy nice things with the fucking community that I've cultivated. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Jesus fuck!
Meet Hassan Piker, former member of the Young Turks and nephew to disgraced politician and media personality Cenk Uygur. In between his coverage of all things Trump and his leftist political commentary,
I got it figured out. This is how we get this guy. He's racist.
he apparently likes to
He
watch
said the N-word. I heard a clip of it. He's racist.
YouTube
Spread the
drama
word.
videos. This is something that struck me as an interesting crossover in theory, and as it turns out, apparently
See, if you want to get these people, you can't just like go with whatever you usually go with. You got to go to whatever level they're at, right?
was right.
I know that he's chinless. I know that he's like a cringy, weird
See, even he understands. He's trying to do the same thing to me.
weirdo who makes like jokes from like 2005 still. These dudes are 1000% pandering to their fucking audience in the
All right, dude, you're a fucking communist. You have an Antifa poster behind you. Yeah, you're a real fucking Antifa, dude. You're really out on the streets wanting civilization to collapse, man. I'm sure he's out there spray painting with the rest of you.
exact same way that they claim e-girls pander to simps. It's the simp cell
No, he's worse. He's definitely worse, bro.
diagram.
The big
Self-proclaimed Antifa
takeaway
sits there working in a goddamn studio. Nice-ass apartment with IKEA behind him. Okay.
from Hassan's reaction was his rant on how analytical commentators seemingly aren't
He's really for the people, man. We gotta unionize. We gotta bring back the USSR, dude.
deserving of their revenue.
This is the most frustrating thing because I'm a fucking React Andy myself.
Has a fucking basketball behind him.
So mad at this when YouTubers literally fucking sit around, okay, and they make one fucking video. They make one fucking video a month and get like Patreon money, or they make like 2 fucking videos a week max, okay? And then they cash out with like a 6-figure check because they have a sea of simps. And then they turn around and shit on streamers who literally fucking go live for 6 to 8 hours every day. Like, that's nuts, dude. Of course there's gonna be dead space in between, you stupid fuck.
Boils down to Hassan Piker saying that his dream job
I already talked about this yesterday, but he doesn't have to stream for 13 hours. I don't know where he got this at and like that idea.
takes more effort than the dream job of guys like Jay Aubrey, The Right Opinion, Turkey Tom, John Swan, or even myself. Many YouTubers have attempted to dispute this argument or convince you that their dream job are lucky enough to become reaction content that streamers are producing.
They make one fucking video a month and get like Patreon.
In contrast to a streamer we'll be discussing later in the video. I think the reason the reactions are done so well
Leafy, there is beef in the Discord channel?
is due to the fact that his
I don't like moderate that.
editors are doing a good job. Hopefully, they're properly
Call Keemstar? Alright, after this video. I just really don't like this guy.
being compensated.
I don't think he's paying them that 50 to 150. It might just be rev sharing from YouTube. Rev sharing isn't a good way to run an early YouTube, though. You have to pay a flat fee. It's an initial investment, and you've got the money for it. Why are you using rev share as an excuse?
Source of income, which I didn't know.
Son is modeling right now.
For
Hold on.
Brody either, is because
Let me get this straight. This guy was scamming people? He's a communist? Alright, man.
there is no way that I could fucking pay people a living wage when the YouTube channel itself makes fucking nothing. And I'm already fucking dumping money into it as far as like giving people money and as far as like what do you
Let me get this straight. He's running a business and he's a communist.
call it? As far as like giving my editors, paying my editors more than what the
He wants better ad rates and he's a communist.
video.
Just so you guys know,
He wants more donations. He's a communist.
Hassan gets a living wage.
Why is he asking from the people? Shouldn't he be asking from the government, man?
every single month.
Hassan is, of course, known for
We got some of his communist buddies in here, man. What do you got? You really think he's on your side, dude? Sitting there in his studio? Alright, man.
multiple high-profile dramas in the past 2 years involving not paying his editors a fair wage. So hopefully, that's all been ironed out.
Even after this piece of
He's running a business. He's a communist. Lol.
fucking garbage knew that this clip was
I need to drop this, dude. But this dude just really is annoying, man. If he's all a troll, I gotta admit, he's a good one.
knew that this fucking tweet was deleted and he still talked about it on his fucking stream. Because he's a piece of shit and no different than fucking Keemstar.
Hey guys, Future Nick here. I'm aware that complimenting his highlights channel.
30 seconds.
Oh god, I hate that.
God, they all streamed, dude. I don't like any of them. I don't like this guy. I don't like the Destiny guy. I don't like... Yeah, I'm a bitter piece of shit. Whatever, dude.
That guy too. God, let's do it. God,
Keemstar's funny.
you just feel the estrogen coming off this guy's body? You know.
Wait, is this guy fucking memeing? Is this real? This guy said I have estrogen coming out of my body? Are Republicans this delusional? I mean, is he fucking... Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. I mean, voting for Trump is one thing. And I've always said... Voting for Trump is one thing. And I've always said that, like, the most psychotic thing that Republicans do is, like, act like he's, like, this macho, sexy, handsome man. Not only that, but I'm gonna fat shame here, too. This fat piece of shit literally fucking earlier said I'm oozing with fair use, for sure. It's not fair use at all. You can't fucking play the entire video. Don't be ridiculous. And everyone could technically get DMCA'd. But in that sense, it's no different.
Dude, I hate this guy. How much more can I go into this before I start coming off harassing or whatever?
Then people...
This is all constructive. I constructively hate this dude.
Playing other people's video games on stream. I didn't realize that these guys now are the arbiters of fair use, because that's a conversation you do not want to go down, brother. That's the other funny part is, like, with the exception of, like, television content that I fucking totally rip for the most part, with the exception of the television content that I totally fucking rip, totally fucking rip. A lot of the fucking YouTube channels that I watch are
the
friends of...
H3 pod. Oh my god. I guess we have to watch it. Some people are saying that I'm bullying. I'm not bullying, dude. This is all constructive criticism.
Cast, looks like I've got a Pope hat on.
When
I
did
don't know
you
how
do?
I did that with my beanie. I just kind of unfolded it, and then I was...
That was very funny.
The Pope. Welcome, everybody. Defying the odds. Twitch and...
I think that people like myself...
Twitch...
Dude, this is gonna be one of those rage streams, I can already tell. This is not a good combination.
And the internet at large a lot of, like, young conservatives have found voices in communities. And but there's not many people like you who are kind of leading liberal communities. I don't know. Do you use the word liberal? I'm not even sure how to describe it. But, like, left-leaning.
No. Is he a genuine communist? I need an answer. This is a late night stream. 1 in the chat if he really is a communist. 2 in the chat if it's just a joke and he's just, like, far-leaning left. I need to look this up. What's his Twitter? Hansen? Does anyone know his Twitter? Hansen by.
Ha siktir lan. Ha siktir git lan. Siktir git lan amına kodum. Ha siktir lan.
He really is a communist. Alright. He's an idiot. He's a fucking retard.
Yeah, I wouldn't even consider... I don't consider myself a liberal, but in the American political lexicon, I guess, like, I'm super liberal. That's what they... that's what Americans think liberalism is. Like, the more left you are, the more liberal you are, even though there is a genuine distinction between the leftist and the liberal. But yeah, I'm progressive, I guess. That's the catch-all term.
I like progressive.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to be progressive? It's in the name.
This guy's not a progressive, by the way. All these, like, progressive spokespeople, spokesmen, they usually, like, their core beliefs are so far from progressive, it's fucking unreal. They're so, like, obviously a part of that, like, Reagan mentality. And I don't mean, like, they're outspoken about it, or they identify with that, but their core beliefs are very obviously fucking that.
We're progressing.
But at least we know he's just full of shit.
Yeah, well, that's why like early stage classical liberals who like wanted to rebrand, like Dave Rubin, for example, who now are very openly on the right and like everyone knows it. They originally tried to say like they're the real progressives, and that the people who brand themselves as progressives, people like myself, they were actually regressive.
Regressive.
Yeah,
interesting.
But it didn't work. So now Dave Rubin gets a lot of money from, you know, people occupy a gigantic space in media, and it's basically a meme at this point in like left Twitter or you know, political Twitter. No one knows who funds the Federalist. Yeah, I think these ideas are definitely very popular.
So, but like,
that kind of wealth is unimaginable.
Yeah, Bezos is a rich mother, dude. But I'll say this, like, so
they all have this thing with like ripping on rich people when they're all rich and they all work in fucking the media. It's very funny.
What is it then? Like, what?
Their big thing at the end of the day is fuck the rich, right? Hey everyone, fuck the rich. We gotta eat the rich. They're all fucking rich. H3H3 made the most in the commentary community. It's so fucking ironic. If you can't see through that level of like transparency, it's unreal.
What is the ultimate goal, let's say, of progressivism? You say billionaires shouldn't exist.
Eat the rich, but not me.
You really mean that there should be no billionaires? Because it's kind of the antithesis of what the American dream, the whole ethos of what America is, right? I mean,
Leafy, you're rich? Yeah, but I don't have this mentality that we should like kill Jeff Bezos or anything like that.
Contracts, so that even if they are not a part of a union, they're still protected by that
Leafy mad, bro, I'm getting there. This is like not a good combination.
industry's union-backed negotiations. In America, that number is 11%. In a country like Finland, it was a very long Donald Trump.
Well,
and they and in some
I'm trying to
instances,
skip it so I don't have to watch it, dude, because I actually am getting tilted.
not as peaceful protests demonstrated by mobs.
It's just such like a unhealthy combination. You have one guy that's full of shit and the other guy that's like completely dead ass serious.
Moms and veterans and you know what I mean, and dads and just the old people, along with this like boogeyman of Antifa. I think that Joe Biden wouldn't do that, and that
The subject is so heavy, right, man? I hate politics when it gets like this fucking, like, I don't know, I don't follow it that much. If you want to say I'm uneducated on the entire thing, you're right.
Between someone like Donald Trump and someone like Joe Biden. So, to deal with ICE myself.
Sure.
And on top of that, I'm watching this on their podcast, which helps. Bro, not a healthy mix.
I could see that being extremely problematic, like especially when you're dealing. So what would happen if ICE came and you have like
family members from collecting their relatives, their immediate.
The whole crux of their and like just unite. So wait, when did you come to America?
I came to America. By the way, if you want me to get
At least
into
you have ad block on, right?
Yeah, what's the data?
Okay. Believe his base of support and doing all these like excessively a leftist idea. Yeah.
Fascist, even though he's funded by the Nazi collaborator George Soros, and he's gonna attack your dog.
Make money in the world.
And didn't he raise funds?
Yeah.
And which
I love how I'm just like not even watching. I'm just skipping it, dude. I can't watch this video. It's making me angry.
killed as many as 2 million people, but this is a fraction of Western responsibility for deaths in Iraq and Afghanistan over the last 2 decades.
2 million?
The number ranges from 2 to 4 million. Wow. I mean, think about it this way. Even American military, like
I'm watching
stuff like
bitch tits and these
about to engage back. And I say this as a fan of Joe Rogan who's been watching him.
But I do think there's a strong argument that he is a danger to public safety. You can think of that should be deplatformed. That currently you're like, man, I cannot believe this dude is allowed to to continue on.
Not really. I mean, I guess like the
Skip politics, right?
thing that I cannot
Do
comprehend.
you guys actually fuck with the politics shit? I don't, dude. I mean, it's fun for like a light topic, but when people get too in like depth with it, bro, your vote doesn't matter. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Your state is going red or blue regardless. Like, you gotta chill with this shit, man.
is Keemstar, where like he has he's done like so much horrible shit, and he does associate with people.
Swing states. Is everyone watching this video from Florida right now? If everyone watching this stream is living in Florida, then never mind. We gotta switch the focus of the stream.
Who are definitely on the side of the Nazis, but then portray themselves as centrists from time to time.
Hang on, I can look up the analytics of this video, this stream. Let's see where you guys are actually from. We can actually see if we're gonna make an impact. 35% Canada. What the fuck are you guys doing? You guys can't even vote.
And like podcasts and things like that have already
Explain yourself.
been deplatformed, but like I don't want Keemstar to be yeeted off the face of the planet, although that does sound appealing personally. I don't want him to just like be fucking completely deplatformed. I just want
No wonder you guys are like loving this like politics shit. You guys don't even live here. It's just like a fucking video game or some shit.
to stop being an asshole. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't think he can though.
But, and well, part of the reason why he can't is
can't
because
stop.
there is never any there are never any sort of there's never like a reason for him to, because he makes money doing this.
Yeah.
And he will continue doing it over and over again because he makes money doing it.
Oh my god, it's almost like that's the same thing with him, H3H3, and everyone else. They start off giving people a certain type of content, so they're gonna expect the same content over and over again.
And there's no pushback.
Yeah, it's
like there might be some pushback from people who watch him or people who say like,
Oh my god, that's why he's... No way, that's why he's a communist?
oh, fuck you, but he knows how to dance around that. He turns that into content in and of itself.
He has the Alex Jones. It's like the Alex Jones syndrome where he just
What? Keemstar is Alex Jones?
Really an interesting case. I mean, there's no question that he's a horrible person.
Yeah, I just like, I don't.
Is he a horrible
know.
person? I don't know. I mean, like,
You made like a fucking 4-hour long video on him, dude. And you tried to get him banned. I think we all know that you think he's a horrible person. Fuck that guy. Tech was down hard today. All my money is still in bonds, which is pretty cool because I think that right now it's like a decent buying opportunity. I think the tech bubble might actually be collapsing. So if you guys don't know, there's been a like really long fucking debate on this, right? But tech doesn't pull in that much money, right? But most people agree that it's the future and whatnot, right? Like the price to earnings is fucked compared to like the financial sector, the energy sector, the basic material sector, all the other ones, right? But specifically like Google, Facebook, and Microsoft, their price to earnings is fucked, and there's been this big theory, now I'm not saying I believe in it or anything, that the tech bubble will eventually, you know, like pop, right? Because even though, I wouldn't say Apple's as much, but even though Microsoft and Google and a lot of these tech companies are very valuable, the fact that they're like worth, like one of these companies is worth more than the entire fucking banks, all the banks combined, right? The entire financial sector, or entire fucking like energy or drug sector, maybe not pharmaceuticals, but that's like a pretty like fucking insane idea. And I mean, it makes sense, you know, people are on the internet every single day and constantly using tech, but still the amount of money that these companies pull in don't match with a lot of the other companies, right? Disney's price to earnings is much more tame, and Energy's is almost like, you know, 1-to-1, but yet, as you can see, the price to earnings on a lot of these tech companies are absolutely fucking crazy. I could start like setting up a portfolio, and we can see if it can like if it can grow and whatnot. Tech is scary. I don't touch it. Yeah, I don't touch tech either. I've never been a fan. But again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy tech. You can buy whatever you want. Tech moves much faster. Look at the 1-year performance. Apple brought in a 110% return. That's fucking crazy, right? You're never gonna get a 110% return on, I wouldn't say almost any other sector unless you're getting like some blue chip, like super small company. Fucking Pfizer is not gonna bring in a return of 110%. But, again, I just like always say this, but I usually just trade beta high dividend because I don't like swings and whatnot, but it's just like a mindfuck how big some of these tech companies are. Isn't it crazy that, what's it called? Just in our lifetime. How old is everyone, like, no jokes? Do you guys remember when, like, the iPod was a thing? When the iPod was a thing, no joke at all, I was a kid, and Apple was so... There wasn't even Apple stores out. Isn't it just a mindfuck that in that time, period, that random, like, device could change the planet so much, where now it's worth more than all the banks... Like, not all the banks combined, but, like, most of them, right? The size of... If you don't know how to read a heat map, the size of it represents the size of their company. All it is the price versus, times the fucking shares outstanding to get the actual... How big the corporation is. But isn't that, like, a mindfuck? When I was young, I used to think, like, man, it's, like, weird because, like, the internet's out and it feels like all the ideas have been taken, right? But I wonder if there's going to be another thing like this in the next 20 years. Because that is just... Dude, there's stores in China now with, like, Apple and India, and Apple is straight up global now. That's just nutty. They're in Dubai. Look at these shops in Dubai. And only what, like, not even 20 years ago. How old is Apple? Like 15? No, I think it was like 10 years ago maybe. Maybe a little bit longer, but it wasn't even there. That's just crazy to me. They're straight up global, dude. They're everywhere except for North Korea. Even in the communist countries, they're there. Which just shows that they're not actual communist countries, but... Still just like a mindfuck, dude. Tesla dropped 25% today. Yeah, you Tesla kids. Need some fucking coffee. You Tesla kids are nutty, dude, and it makes me sick. You guys have made so much off Tesla. I don't know anything about cars, so I don't touch that shit, but, like, seeing some of your guys' like, screenshots of, like, your wins, pretty, like, sick, dude. And it sucks, too, because dude, my fucking grandpa was like, Tesla's gonna change the planet, right? And, I was like, alright, man, you know, I get it, you like cars, right? And he was, like, buying all this Tesla stock, like, a long-ass time ago, right? And this is when I was, like... I always went with the dividend stuff, right? So I was just like taking the slow route. And then I gotta hear for his bullshit for the next like fucking like 6 months of how much money he made. And this is when I was doing it pretty seriously too, so yeah, that was like pretty tilting. I wouldn't say tilting. Doesn't make me angry when people are doing well. But he was one of those like kind of Keemstar types where he's like, "You're an idiot if you don't buy Tesla right now." Those fucking people, dude. I mean, they're funny, but like, dude, that can be a little bit annoying. Leafy, what do you think about Bitcoin? Dude, I did Bitcoin when I had a fucking botnet when I was a kid. And I made a little bit of money off it. But, I don't know. It's one of the, like, it's a commodity, right? Can make you a ton of money. I mean, it's like buying oil or buying gold, you know? There's plenty of people that have made a bunch of money off it. You can too. I wouldn't say put all your money into it, but I wouldn't say put all your money into anything. Keemstar on Twitter always says all this crazy shit where he's like, put all your money into this, when he owns like fucking 2 different houses. Keemstar, I think a few days ago, Keemstar was like, put all your money into Bitcoin. And he was like preaching to everyone. And I think he even did a Twitter video while he was in his fucking house. I don't even think he's being disingenuous, too. Keemstar's like a real estate investor. He's big into that. Call Keem? Alright. I think real estate investing is pretty cool. I wish I could get like into it, but I don't understand it, right? Like, how is it that one house is worth, like, you know, you have 2 houses, they're right next to each other, right? And one of them has, like, a sunset view, and then, like, the price of a lease for that, and on top of that, just the price of it in general is, like, 4 times the value as the other one. That doesn't even make no sense to me. When I was looking for an apartment, just having the view of, like, the sun coming up, right? I don't know what like direction that is. That costs like fucking like 30% more than the other one. Isn't that like a mind fuck? You get to see the sun in the morning, so it costs more. Rent was again like 30% more expensive. See, I'm like a little bit autistic.
I just
like,
get past this.
Ideas like that just fuck with me. It doesn't make any sense.
This rent hurdle right now, the motivation I feel right now, I'm ready to just gun through this. And then a week later, and I just feel like, you know, just quitting everything. And this cycle would just continue. To me, in my heart, I always knew that I was going to pay people back. I never thought that I was going to escape this. Even though it was more and more money, and now it's obviously this grossly massive amount, I never once doubted myself for paying it because everyone knows.
We're like, dude, again, when I was living in Seattle, 2 apartment complexes. One is just in Seattle, and the other one is next to, like, the shore. That one, they both look the same, right? Actually, the one near the shore looked more shitty, but that one costed, for, like, a normal lease, 10 times the amount as the other one. Only because it was close to the shore. How does that make any sense? Is everyone that's, like, going there planning on fishing? Again, I got a little bit of autism. Give me a break, dude.
Knows who I am.
Real estate is the move.
Everyone knows where I am.
Facts.
I mean, you're seeing it now. This is exactly like if I was trying to run out on it, this is exactly what would happen. And my entire life is entertainment.
All right, I'm gonna
so it's like I had no choice. This just has to be paid. But I kept thinking that I was going to get my groove back. I kept thinking that I was going to make it again, and then I never did. The reason why I couldn't just break
Kim
off
says he's smoking a bowl and he'll call in 10 minutes.
the cycle for myself, like just stop it. And obviously when I knew that it was problematic and hemorrhaging money was mostly because after an entire year of living with these people, you know, none of them had a savings. None of them saved money. Many of them didn't get jobs because they did.
Keemstar smokes weed, right? It's kind of like a weird response. I didn't even know he smoked weed.
And I want to give a shout out or a thanks.
Keemstar's like, I don't know, man.
These people, these are their initials. FR, AF, TF, MM.
Weed and alcohol are like the funniest things, right? Because they're like pretty similar, but if you smoke too much weed, you're just like this like stoner LOL guy. But if you drink too much, you're a fucking alcoholic, right?
They were very, very, very important voices for me who really shook me and told me this is not what your life needs to be. And they guided me to this, you know, to this it was very difficult for me to do, but I ended it, and now I live in a different place that is not the Sky House at all. So when I woke up, somebody was actually generous enough to
Why you guys keep saying watch this video? This video is fucking depressing, dude.
give me money in order to get
Weed
out of
can't kill you? Are you sure, man? I remember hearing that when I was like 15 years old. Like, dude, you can't overdose on weed, and like I know what you mean. But if you just like pumped yourself with THC, I think there is a certain point where you actually would die. Now, I'm not saying that it would be possible to even get there. I think you would pass out first. But couldn't you say the same thing is true for alcohol? Like, you pass out before, right? I think weed is less trashy than becoming an alcoholic. There's no way you can't overdose on weed. Like, maybe not like smoking weed, but like, again, if you injected yourself with whatever the fucking chemicals are, there has to be a point where you die. You're high? Yeah, I'm a little bit high. Yo, I'm not trying to be all like, you know, buzzkill, but you actually can die from weed? What? I hate looking up shit, dude. You don't even know who to fucking trust. It's gonna be a million articles saying that yes you can, and a million articles saying no you can't. Weed can't kill you. Alright, we'll leave it at this. I don't think it's possible if you had unlimited weed in front of you to overdose on weed. But I think that if you had scientists, like, run an experiment on you, they could kill you with weed. They could lock you in a chamber and, like, consistently pump, like, fucking THC into it until you probably, like, fucking had psychosis or some shit. But yeah, I don't think that you could overdose even if you had, like, unlimited weed in front of you.
out of my lease and go to this house, pay for the deposit, knowing that my credit was shit, just to escape the situation. So I did just that. I entered the Sky House on January 31st of this year, and now I live in a completely different place, much cheaper rent with 3 people. It's not completely ideal because my credit's bad. I didn't get like the best
Some
deal.
people are saying I'm anti-drugs. I'm not. I'm on
way better
prescription medication right now.
People have criticized me by saying that just because all this is coming out, now you're trying to pay people back, and that is absolutely not true. The moment that I moved into this home, or I even knew that I was moving into this home, I reached out to several of my creditors and I told them, this is it. This is how it's going to happen. I am moving into this house and I'm going to be a stream fiend, and I am going to chip away at this debt until it is all gone. That is
Dude, this is fucking depressing.
things that I have been saying way before.
We need a new video. Yeah, why are we watching this? I don't want to watch this shit. This is straight up depressing, bro. What drugs have you used so far? All of them except for the ones that are like nutcase level shit. Never done like meth or fucking heroin or shit like that.
This has to be some of the most insane drama
Back to H3, right?
I have seen.
One thing that I will say is fair for H3 to do is to constantly talk about this bullshit.
quite frequently on this channel. Sky
It's an easy fucking
He's a content
topic,
creator
right?
Who used to be very big in the Smash Brothers and League of Legends communities back when he made content consistently about 5 to 6 years ago. But videos weren't the only thing he was working on back then, as at that time he was trying to manage a house. A house with 3 bedrooms, maybe designed for like 5 to 6 people at most, but he ended up housing about 25.
Alright, I gotta piss. We'll watch the Emperor Lemons video. I know I've been saying that we're gonna do that.
Massive machine with a ton of different parts that you don't fully understand.
I'm gonna take a piss.
Thousands of people depend on you to steer that machine in the right direction. Every sailor knows the tragedy of the Titanic, the unsinkable vessel, the ship that was too big to fail. It's a story that's been told dozens of times, and it always ends the same way, with the Titanic doomed to a watery grave. And just as sailors should beware of the Titanic's fate, so too should YouTubers beware of Leafy's fate. Did you ever hear about the tragedy of Darth Leafy the Young? When you look at Leafy's channel today, what you see is basically a sinking ship. His channel is bleeding subscribers almost every day. Like a ship taking on water, it has become completely unsalvageable. There's no way to stop the bleeding. The only thing left to do is watch it sink. Looking at the ruins of Leafy's channel today, it's hard to believe that this was once one of the most powerful empires in YouTube history. So what on earth happened? What caused Leafy's expedition to sail so desperately off course? Why did all of his fans suddenly abandon ship? Everyone thinks they know the whole story, and if you ask any old YouTuber, they'll tell you the same old tale, that the content cop, iDubbbz himself, heroically slayed the beast that was Leafy is here, and that was the end of it. The content cop may have taken all the glory for the kill, but he won't tell you the whole story. That's where I come in. This is the real story about the rise and fall of Leafy's empire.
This time I actually watched my... Dude, I forgot to play an ad. I'm so shit at streaming, dude. Stream for like 3 hours. I refuse to eat during the entire thing. And I don't even play an ad. I'm a fucking idiot. And I don't even play the donations, dude. Holy shit, I'm ass. I need to make them live. After this stream, I'm actually gonna make them live. I need to just be obnoxious, right? If someone subs, the music plays. Also, yeah, you guys were right. This overlay is ass. Fuck that.
Leafy is here opened his YouTube channel on October 7th, 2011. But if you look on his channel today, his oldest videos only date back to November 2013. So did Leafy just wait 2 years to start uploading content? No, it turns out that Leafy spent 2012 doing what every other person on YouTube was doing, making Minecraft videos. That's right, one of the most notorious YouTubers of all time started off as just another Minecraft.
Follow me on Twitter. Dude, I'm not following anyone else on Twitter. Thanks for the $6.
Let's Player. It's really strange and ironic looking at Leafy's channel with less than 4,000 subscribers, knowing the behemoth that it would eventually become. It's easy to look at a giant YouTube channel and call them overrated while discrediting all of their success, but it's important to remember that every channel has to start from somewhere, and most channels have to spend years working their way up from the very bottom, including Leafy. Sometimes when waiting for their channels to grow, YouTubers get impatient. You look at your sub count and you start to see it as a score in a virtual game. That big number at the top of your channel just looks so impressive. That number is power. That number is influence. And soon, you begin to get desperate, trying everything you can to attract a new audience and grow that number. Because if you want to make it big on YouTube, you gotta have a lot of subscribers. And you think you can control how much that number grows. But if you're not careful, that number will begin to control you. And
This video is very serious.
unfortunately, many YouTubers don't realize this until it's too late. Trying to produce Minecraft content on YouTube will quickly teach you a valuable lesson. and that's that you're a long way from the top. Everyone thinks they can just start up a YouTube channel, play some video games, and in 2 years they'll be driving up to their new mansion in a Lamborghini. That's the image that YouTube has expertly marketed for itself.
This video is fucking with me the wrong way, dude. I haven't seen this video yet.
But unfortunately, it couldn't be further from reality. You see a guy like Captain Sparkles get millions of subscribers from only making Minecraft videos. And you think to yourself, this is so easy. I'm just gonna do what he does and I'll get famous too. Because if you want to make it big on YouTube, you gotta make Minecraft videos. This is everyone's mentality when they start their brand new YouTube endeavor.
I'm just curious, how many people here has, like, tried streaming or YouTube? One in the chat if you've genuinely, like, made one video, two in the chat if you're just, like, you know. Two in the chat if you haven't. Alright, it's like split. I swear to God, there's nothing more just like motivational killer when you first make that first video and it's just like fucking one view. Bro, that shit hits a different way.
What they never seem to realize, however, is that about 10,000 other people have the exact same idea. Let's pretend you're driving down the highway. Say you want to stop and order a cheeseburger at the next exit. You pull off the highway and right down the street are a McDonald's and a Burger King. Now imagine that further down the street are about 10,000 other restaurants that sell burgers that are all pretty much all the same, if not worse.
The hardest thing with YouTube is getting that initial audience. It's harder to get like 10k subs than like 100k subs once you have 10k subs. In my opinion, at least.
The McDonald's or Burger King. Now, which restaurants do you think are gonna sell the most burgers? That's pretty much how I imagine what it's like to run a Minecraft channel.
It's kind of a bad analogy, but anyways.
YouTube. The difference being that on YouTube, you never see the 10,000 other channels just like you. All you see are McDonald's, Burger King, and all the money they make. And that's usually enough to keep people chasing the dream for a couple of years. Leafy started out as just one of those 10,000 or so channels jockeying to get his own cut of that sweet Minecraft viewer base. By May 20...
To be fair, I was kind of like promoting my own server, but... God, now I'm like taken away from the story. That sounds much better than what I was doing. Fuck, man.
12, he was up to 3,600 subscribers, most of which originated from his flagship series, Minecraft PvP Server Let's Play. Who could forget classics such as Part 38, Extreme Rage? By November, his sub count was over 9,000, and by August 2013, he was up to almost 19,000. Decent numbers for sure. Most YouTubers never even get this far. Leafy's channel was almost 2 years old, and something was about to change. Minecraft surpassed its cultural peak in summer 2013. It would never again be as popular. Leafy had a very critical decision to make. He could continue making Minecraft videos and ride that.
If you guys want to know how I initially got started, no joke at all. Call Me Carson even got one of these things. There was all these Minecraft YouTubers at the time. I had this copy and paste. Maybe I can like actually find the like text document. But I wrote up this like 4-paragraph thing that said, "Hey, I'm a big fan of your videos, man. You know, etc., etc. I've always wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber. Now, I've been watching your days since day one. Can you check out my video and like give me some constructive feedback?" Right? Because back then, if someone used to like your video, it was almost as if like they uploaded it, right? It would be like reposted, right? But I spammed this to people everywhere, right? And I may have set up a bot to spam it too, right? And eventually, I even remember the guy. This guy right here. Static777. This person who was making tutorials on how to make, like, he's getting 12k views. He's making tutorials on how to make Minecraft, what's it called? Minecraft, farms or something? He ended up probably accidentally, like, liking my video, which got me that, like, 50 subs, right? And on top of that, I had the Minecraft server, and I was, like, promoting it with that, but yeah. The Minecraft server was only getting like 20 people though.
Design. It's expandable as well. You could expand this line here out.
That trend into the sunset on his
But after that, I ended up making videos promoting my server, which was like a Let's Play series, and yeah.
very average YouTube channel, and that would be the end of it. Or he could risk everything and start searching for greener pastures.
How much did you make on the Minecraft server? In gross, I made 110k, but that's not including like the expense, right? It's probably closer to like 60k or something like that. How do you set up a bot?
There comes a time in every YouTuber's life when they're faced with the prospect
I would say
of a
like
big
50k, 60k in profit. Maybe a little bit less, I'm not sure. You gotta understand, for me, I was like 15 years old, so I was like really proud of it. I didn't make 110k in gross. No, I did make it in gross, but I didn't make it in profit. That's not including like expense.
abandoning their tried and true formula and pivoting their content to a new frontier. It's a decision that I, myself, have made in the past.
Off 20 players? I meant like 20 players actively. The entire server was pay to win, right? Like straight up pay to win. There was even one donation rank that was $1,000, right? Now, the reason why so many Minecraft servers are worth so much, right? Like Hypixel has made more money than Minecraft. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, right? But the reason why is because they have these ranks on the server that are just like $1,000, right? On Para, we had this rank. It might have even been $2,000, right? But essentially what happens is, you gotta understand, in Minecraft, there's a lot of these like Dubai kids, right? These like extremely rich kids. This is like the biggest mindfuck for me growing up. There's a lot of people that their parents are very wealthy, and I'm sure there's probably even some people in this chat, right? But money to them is meaningless because their parents, you know, they're like trust fund, right? So when they go on a server, they buy a rank for everyone, right? And after that, everyone's like, holy shit, dude, you bought me like $30 rank. Like, holy shit, that's awesome. Because it's pay to fucking win, right? But from their point of view, it's like, dude, I just got a credit card. There's no budget on this. Why are people so happy? It's the same thing with like CSGO. You'll see some random 10-year-old, he doesn't even have a mic, and he has like the Dragon Lore op, and he has like a $2,000 knife and stuff like that. Because to him, it you know, it doesn't mean anything. But yeah, like, I think a lot of the money came from those people, because I remember several cases of someone just coming on and being like, who wants the Para rank? And they would just start buying everyone the Para rank, which was a mindfuck. You just dropped like 20k. That's a fucking car, you know? And you can tell his like English is a little bit bad. Motherfucker just like was so, he hit the RNG luck, dude. He was just born on fucking oil.
It's pretty much the biggest gamble.
The funny thing is they do that on every single server too.
YouTuber can make. You build up an entire channel, an entire audience doing one thing, and then you just go ahead and do a completely different thing.
It's the same thing with the people that donate like the 50k to like Twitch streamers. Again, it's very obvious they're very like old money rich.
Channels have pivoted away from their original audience and experienced tremendous success. Others have done the same thing and killed their entire audience. It's pretty much the biggest gamble any YouTuber can make. You build up an entire channel, an entire audience doing one thing, and then you just go ahead and do a completely different thing. Some channels have pivoted away from their original audience and experienced tremendous success. Others have done the same thing and killed their entire audience. Some channels never pivot, at least not until it's too late. Remember Captain Sparkles? In his heyday, he was gaining upwards of 250,000 subs per month. Now he's struggling to break 10,000. He stuck to Minecraft content until late 2015, and by the time he tried to expand to other games, it was too late. Captain Sparkles had gone from one of the biggest channels on YouTube to completely irrelevant in just a couple of...
Butterfly knife fade. Leafy was here. I mean, I got that knife after Keemstar did that whole meme, which was pretty toxic in its own way.
years. And if there's one thing I've noticed on this website, it's that if you stick to the same formula, you'll inevitably fade away. However, if you shake up your style...
This is React content? You're goddamn right it is, and there's nothing that you can do to stop me. Pokimane, she quit. I smoked her, and now I'm going to take her place. In 1 month, I'm gonna be... If anyone wants to re-upload these streams, I'm gonna be talking with my legal team. That's the goal of this, dude. I want it to go full circle, and it ends when someone eventually, when Pokimane herself exposes me for having a boyfriend. And then the simulation ends, and, you know, that's the end.
You have a chance, just a chance, of sticking around.
If you re-upload the stream, I'm gonna find you, dude.
And sometimes, that chance is enough to convince a YouTuber to make the switch. Leafy showed signs from very early on that he wasn't satisfied with
You think I was just taking out Pokimane for no reason, bro?
just patiently waiting for popularity. He wanted to stand out. It was likely during the Minecraft era that Leafy conditioned himself to use clickbait titles and flashy thumbnails. Because if you want to make it big on YouTube, you gotta make yourself the center of attention. Over the next 18 months, Leafy would undergo an evolution. He would reboot his vaunted Minecraft PvP series. He would expand other...
No, but seriously, if anyone's looking just to see how much YouTube hates me, re-upload the VODs, you will get banned. It's almost like a mindfuck how much they hate me. This account, I'll bet someone here money, this account will be banned in a week. There's no videos on this account. It's not IP banned, right? Because the account exists right now. I've had to make like 10 different new YouTube accounts, which is so fucking annoying because some of the accounts I was just using it to like subscribe to, you know, channels. But I don't know what the fuck is good with YouTube.
trendy games, Rust, CSGO. He began to experiment with new video
That like isn't a joke. It's like
formats.
I've even done some like anything on some of this shit and they're still banning me. I'm living in their head rent free, bro.
He started a small vlog series, but most importantly, Leafy started to dip his toe into the wild world of YouTube commentary. It started with a brief 3-minute rant on Google Plus in November 2013.
Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the most loved comment system on the internet, which is Google Plus. Actually, I lied. Everybody fucking hates Google Plus. What a fucking surprise.
This was the first time anyone got to see a darker side of Leafy, a much more
Darker
cynical
side of you, Leafy? This is like the popular opinion at the time.
Leafy that would attack a topic with ruthless derision.
Full circle, right? The foreshadowing, dude. You can't make this shit up. We're living in the Matrix. Elon Musk, like, completely had it right.
Something about his pungent and nasally tone that made young, edgy people want to rally around him. The Google Plus video was Leafy's first rant, and it certainly wouldn't be his last. In 2014, Leafy would appear in a few crossover videos with other Minecraft YouTubers, some of which are still online today.
Dude, there's no way. Look how many people. They're all drinking their pods. Dude, if this works out, I will be extremely surprised. Yeah, they're all drinking their pods, dude. They all are.
It's weird looking at these videos and seeing Leafy act so amicably and casually. At times it sounds like he's genuinely having fun with his pals. Leafy may have been portraying a friendly outward appearance, but internally, Leafy was changing.
I mean, I was having fun. I was playing on my server. Minecraft is fun. What the fuck?
It was during this time when Leafy would noticeably alter his style.
What's up with that, dude? Why can't I enjoy Minecraft?
Leafy started to implement his now notorious
Cringe? Oh my god, man.
all caps video titles. His tone would begin to shift from joking fun to biting ridicule.
There is a lot of cringe, but dude, like, you're like 15 years old. Dude, you can enjoy Minecraft.
By February 2015, Leafy was embroiled in the middle of a major transition. He had only gained about 5,000 subscribers since the summer of 2013, and at the start of 2015, Leafy's videos were actually getting fewer views than they were 2 years prior. Minecraft was diminishing in popularity, jeopardizing
Having fun is cringe. Some of you people did. You're like the fucking goth kids from South Park.
his flagship series. His efforts were now fractured across an assortment of different side projects.
This is so serious, right?
jack of all trades, master of none. If you asked any observer at the time, they probably would have told you that Leafy's channel was dead in the water. But no one could have guessed that Leafy's channel was about to become more alive than they ever thought was possible. All thanks to a small seed he planted just a year.
All thanks to this one guy that would DDoS my server back to back to back. And then one time he joined and said, pay me $500 and I'll stop. And I paid him and he said, thanks for the money. And then he DDoSed my server again. That's when I punched a hole in the wall. And then that's when I decided to randomly rant to my friend while telling all my mods to try to find me where this guy lives. And I spent at least 10k trying to find out who this person was. It's not a joke at all. I'm not gonna drop his name. Alright, I can't say much more, but yeah. Thanks to that guy, I made Kids That DDoS.
Year before.
Kids That DDoS blew up and it hit 1 million views, and that it's not like a bunch of different commentary videos, it was just that at first.
Leafy entered 2015 teetering between making gameplay videos.
His username was Drake. That's all I'll say. Not Drake the rapper, his username was Drake though. He was Drake with a bunch of numbers, but I'm not gonna list the numbers off.
And making commentary videos.
He had a huge botnet, and he took down Yahoo at one point. This guy showed up in the Minecraft community. No one even knows how he got that fucking size of a botnet, right? But he could straight up take down Yahoo, right? And it would since he could just take down any website, he was just like, let's just find small, because the big server owners understood the idea that you don't negotiate with terrorists or whatever the fuck, right? So what he would do is he would go to the medium-sized servers and just DDoS them until they paid him money, and eventually everyone was paying him money. But he was this sicko, and sometimes he would just be again, he would take down your server on launch day, and then, on launch day, it's the most important day, right? You'd have to drop 10k into a server's launch day. So, and you would make 70% of the money just at launch day, but he would take it down on launch day, right? And this is when you only have $10,000. But after he would do that, again, I paid him and he just DDoSed it again and said just LOL. That's why if you watch my Minecraft video, the hole in the wall, it's all because of him.
Then, he had a delightfully devilish idea. Why not do both in the same video? He had actually experimented with this format back in 2014, but he truly didn't embrace it until March 2015. You see, what Leafy would do is talk over gameplay footage with a totally unrelated story or rant. I know this seems commonplace on you.
You know what's funny too is, alright, I think I can talk a little bit more on it. What ended up happening with the Drake kid is he ended up getting sued by one of the people in the that Minecraft community, right? He terrorized everyone. Now, most of these people, they would do this with all these servers, right? But usually they would just work with one or the other. This guy would just do it to everyone, and he wasn't on any team whatsoever. He wouldn't go to, a lot of the times server owners would pay him to DDoS other servers, but what he would do is he would do that and then just DDoS them too, right? And, I tried to, dude, I put a bunch of money into trying to find this guy. Everyone fucking hated him. But, yeah, the biggest one in that community ended up straight up finding him. And I think he went to jail.
YouTube today, but back in 2015, it was almost unheard.
And that guy's the same one that I've made, videos about this, but I refuse to talk about. That dude's scary as fuck.
Heard of. Leafy most likely did
not the Drake kid, the guy that found Drake.
Not invent this style, but he certainly popularized it. Unbeknownst to everyone at the time, this method of placing unrelated commentary over gameplay footage was a formula for massive success in the YouTube algorithm. Leafy could engage viewers with any topic he wanted, while simultaneously keeping his videos in the gaming category. This gave Leafy a huge advantage over other gaming channels. He didn't have to be good at the games. He didn't have to be good at commentating the gameplay.
Damn, dude, what is up with these people that, they don't even give me credit for being good at surfing? Dude, I get it, they hate me and whatnot, but dude, come on, you gotta give a little bit of credit. When you're that biased, it just comes off as, that's so lame.
He could pump out quote-unquote gaming videos, while attracting broader audiences with his more general commentary and rack up more watch time than his competition. Gaming was, and still is, one of the most popular genres on YouTube, and the algorithm would begin to promote Leafy's videos far and wide. But Leafy's new style of gameplay content wasn't the only thing drawing in viewers to his channel. Something far more sinister was also to blame, something that Leafy had foreshadowed over his past 2 years. Leafy began to dedicate much of his content to making fun of children.
I mean, fuck those kids.
In 2015, YouTube was a much more edgy place than it is today.
Also, those videos weren't even on kids. Because we're talking, that was just like using, everyone back then just used the word, like these kids. Kids that DDoS, they were not literally children. What the fuck? I know this video isn't like a video going after me, but like, this is some H3 level like, missing, you know? But like, at the same exact time, I was like attacking children, so it's not like, I mean, it's definitely still valid.
This was a
but
time
those videos weren't.
Before the adpocalypse neutered YouTube's more mature content. This was a time when channels like Filthy Frank were at their cultural peak, and getting away with videos that pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable on YouTube. This new frontier sparked a new kind of audience on YouTube, one that craved more outspoken, contrarian, and abrasive content. Leafy quickly
Here's a hot take that's gonna piss some of you off, right? Filthy Frank has made some funny videos, and I have respect for the guy, mainly because he never like got involved with drama, but I never found the hair cake shit entertaining whatsoever. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased. I had the same opinion before we all had beef. I think, I'm not eating hair for fucking, like, views. I'm not going that far. I'm sorry, I know that that's the unpopular opinion, but, like, I never found that funny. That was, like, actually disgusting. And I know there's jackass and stuff. Dude, I'm gonna, like, piss off half a chat, but, again, yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. That's just too gross. There's one part where one of them's, like, he's puking into a pie, and then they're eating the pie. It's just, it's too much, man. I know that's, like, the shittiest thing I can say, because I know some of you guys, like them, but, yeah. Yeah, they put pubes in the pie, man. It's just too much. I understand that's the joke, right? Like, who the fuck would want, like, no one would want to eat that. But, I never found that funny. I preferred, like, the videos where he was, like, making racist jokes and stuff like that, where he's a character and whatnot.
One of the channels to satisfy this new demand. Starting in March, Leafy would begin to go.
The smartest thing that Filthy Frank did, though, was when he rebranded to the. I know, dude, I'm like giving the worst takes, like knowing my viewers, right? But the Joji shit was actually genius, because I remember seeing an interview where he was like, there's this massive disconnect between Asia's like consumers and American. He didn't say consumers, but he meant like music, right? There wasn't like this music appealing to both sides, and doing that was really genius.
All in.
It's exactly what the NBA and like Apple was doing, and yeah, it was like really smart.
Appealing to the edgy part of YouTube. He started 3 new series: Kids That DDoS, Kids That Are Toxic, Kids That YouTube, mixed in with other general purpose rants, as well as more.
Someone just donated like a shitload of subs. RNG Media just like, holy shit, dude. He just gifted like a lot of subs to everyone. Thanks, man.
More CSGO related content. This new brand of Leafy began to pay off fast. By July, Leafy had doubled his subscriber count. He surpassed 100k in August, 200k in September, and 300,000 in October. This was presumably also the time when Leafy scrubbed his channel of all Minecraft related content, all except for this one video, which, for some reason, you can still view on his channel today. Minecraft had
It's because it was a good video, dude.
Developed a reputation as a game for little kids, the very same group Leafy was attacking in his new videos. For 3 years, Minecraft had brought Leafy his only taste of success on YouTube. Needless to say, it had served its purpose. Leafy had moved on to big boy games. Because if you want to make it big on YouTube, you gotta act
Imagine owning a Minecraft server. That being your entire start. Fuck Minecraft, dude.
like a big boy.
Imagine attacking a bunch of Twitch streamers. Fuck them, dude. Now you're on Twitch.
Otherwise, people might make fun of you. Leafy disposed of his Minecrafter past so swiftly that it was almost reptilian. Oh yeah, I should probably mention the reptilians. Back in my video about Trump's rise to power, I talked about how he used memes to greatly expand his influence.
Leafy is Donald Trump? Maybe that's why H3 doesn't like me.
Well, it turns out that Leafy kinda did the same thing. Enter the reptilians. It started off as a small joke in an August 2015 video.
Yeah, but these dudes legit believe that the fucking Illuminati is real. Some of them believe that 9/11 was an inside job by the Reptilian Brotherhood. Dude, I can't say reptilian with a straight face, man. It's just too much.
Glad you come to join us.
After which Leafy's fervent and rapidly growing audience began to adopt the joke as a meme. About a week later, Leafy made another video expressing his approval of the meme, and he unknowingly enabled one of the most cancerous YouTube epidemics in recent memory.
Dude, this shit was so cancer back then. It was everywhere. I completely understand why so many YouTubers hate me. Imagine just being spammed by it. You're just spammed. And then the kid that's behind it makes a video where he's like, oh, a lot of YouTubers are mad at me, you know, I'm sorry, but like, you know what, I think I'm gonna start referring to my fan base as lizards now. Keep up the good work, but I'm not gonna say that, sorry about something like that, bye. The translation of that entire video was, keep doing it.
Leafy unleashed the reptilian army to terrorize comment sections across the internet. Over the next
Dude, even the moderators right now are banning the his shit.
several months, Leafy's fans would raid the comments of big YouTubers and spew reptilian propaganda. The hissing and spam and KYS comments became so widespread that it prompted an episode of Keemstar's Drama Alert, another channel that had been steadily growing over the same time period.
The man responsible for all the hissing on YouTube right now is Leafy is here.
This new source of attention would cause Leafy's channel to grow even faster, and it certainly wouldn't be the last interaction between Leafy and Keemstar.
Imagine doing the interview. You kind of help him out, he helps you out, and then you make a video, fuck this guy. Oh my god.
For the immediate future, Leafy and Keemstar would enter a cooperative relationship, with Leafy utilizing Drama Alert as a platform to extend his reach to a bigger audience. A few months later, Leafy would appear on Drama Alert to engage in a friendly insult battle with Pyrocynical, another commentary channel that had a similar style of ranting over unrelated gameplay footage. From what I can tell, they were all on good terms. Things were only looking up for Leafy. He had crafted his channel into one of the
Imagine that same guy ends up attacking him and privately talking shit about Pyros. Man, what is good with that guy?
hottest properties on all of YouTube. Around Christmas 2015, Leafy would pass 500,000.
I mean, Ethan, if you're watching this video, if only you didn't backstab me, we could have taken down Pyro together. Fuck Ethan, bro.
Subscribers. Just 45 days later, he would pass 1 million.
It's ugly, like look at you, it's a damn shame. Just remember all caps when you spell the man name.
Leafy had done it. He had made it big on YouTube. Just 12 months earlier, all he had was a floundering channel that was milking the last drops of popularity from a declining Minecraft game. In just a year, Leafy had concocted one of the fastest growing channels on all of YouTube, equipped with a loyal and ravenous fanbase. He started with basically nothing and created a bona fide empire, and he did it in a way that had never been done before. Normally, to become as popular as Leafy was, you have to be some high energy gamer who screams a lot, a legit celebrity, or a flawlessly attractive vlogger plucked straight from Hollywood Hills. I guess nowadays you could achieve the same growth by selling your soul to 5-year-olds and playing with toys for a living, but this was before all of that became a thing. Before 2016, there was never another channel like Leafy's. He was barely promoted. He wasn't smiling and laughing all the time. He didn't have a doofy looking haircut. He didn't have professional looking production value.
But he was hiding his chin.
He was just some shady kid making rants in his bedroom, and he reached the highest echelon of YouTube almost all by himself. Channels like Leafy's weren't supposed to get popular, yet somehow through a mostly guerrilla campaign, he made it there. And not only that, but he was leading a booming genre of content almost completely unopposed. There was no reason to believe that Leafy's channel would stop growing anytime soon. Leafy had become the McDonald's of his domain. He had achieved every YouTuber's dream.
I know a lot of people don't know this, but even back then, I thought there was a chance of getting banned, right? People have this idea that 2016 was completely like, you know, you get away with anything. And, you know, it's much better than 2020 YouTube. But even back then, I always ran into channel strikes. There was multiple times where I almost got 2 strikes and like almost got deleted. I think a big reason why my videos were so like, you know, milking the topic was because even back then I thought I was going to get banned at some point. The video I made on, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but I made a video on this gay kid with a lisp, right? And that video got taken, like I still had a strike because of that. Now strikes get removed after, what's it called? 2 months or 3 months, right? So I thought I had a pretty good idea of just like, you know, getting as far to the ban line as possible without going over, right? There were some times where I was like at 2 strikes and stuff like that. But eventually I ended up just getting banned with no strikes at all. Lol. Yeah, his name was Devin. The video on him ended up getting taken down. But this is back in 2016, so yeah.
But this dream was about to turn into a nightmare. Even at this time, even when almost everyone liked him, even when his channel seemed unstoppable, there were cracks forming in the foundation. Let's just say that maybe there was a reason why there was never another channel like Leafy's.
Because I would attack all of the small ones?
And now I'm here to inform you of a very simple fact. This Sunday at Backlash, I put your downward spiraling career to sleep.
YouTube Geographic is brought to you by Patreon and by viewers like you. But Geographic? That sounds like a pretty dead meme to me. Everyone knows the real reason people watch this channel is for... Of
course, the Phantom Menace was...
So let's talk about something we haven't for a while. Leafy's videos. When we last left off, Leafy was only ranting
It's
about
gonna be
children.
like people going after me or something?
Figured out that these rants were his ticket.
Oh no, dude. Leafy is cracking. He's gonna talk about how I was like bullying people? That was when it was like growing the most.
Ranting about children. However, once he figured out that these rants were his ticket to
Oh, never mind,
success,
he knew that.
he doubled down on edgy content. He expanded his scope to booby streamers, then women and sex in general. At first, he would only talk about broad subjects, but soon he would begin to target specific individuals. He would ramp up the clickbait, more racy thumbnails, more shocking hyperbolic titles. He would begin to indulge himself.
I mean, it worked, bro. Why would you not do it? Seriously, you're talking about like when your views get, and this is the case for this guy too. When your views get to this number, there's no way of comprehending it, right? There's more people that watch this video that could fit in like the Super Bowl stadium. There's no way you can even understand what that even means. It just becomes like a fucking video game at that point. And the only way to know what you should do is to do what works. Does that make me autistic? A psychopath? I don't think so. All of these people are doing the same exact shit.
In something known as cringe culture, a trend that started gaining popularity in 2015, which involved...
I mean, I gave the people what they wanted, bro. In all degrees, dude. It worked, you got banned? That's a good point, fuck. Dude, they wanted edgy content. I gave them that. They wanted me to get, like, exposed as, like, insecure or whatnot. I gave them that. Bro, I am the most selfless individual to ever exist. When they wanted to expose me as I was, like, screwing my editors over and whatnot, I got exposed for that. I am the voice of the people. I'm not even the voice of the people. I am the people, dude. I'm like Christ, dude.
Of roasting people on the internet for being weird. This foul cocktail of ingredients led to some of the most toxic content that YouTube has ever seen. And with toxic content comes a toxic fan base. Leafy was seemingly oblivious to this, but whenever he would feature a person in one of his rants, his fan base would often stalk and harass that individual. An early warning sign came in January 2016 when Leafy attacked a small occult YouTuber by the name of Mr. Black Darkness 666. Leafy's fans immediately went after Mr. Darkness, and he responded in a video where he attempted to place a curse on Leafy. The two confronted each other on Drama Alert, where they
This shit was so crazy back then.
kind of reconciled their differences.
I'm sorry, Mr. Black Darkness 666.
So, Mr. Darkness, do you still want him to die?
No, I guess not.
Okay. Hey!
It is worth noting that Mr. Darkness never actually lifted the curse from Leafy. Just an interesting bit of trivia.
I still have to do the if I want the spell to end, I have to do the counter spell.
His curse worked, right?
But anyway, pretty much everyone sided with Leafy on this issue, mostly because Mr. Darkness was such a melodramatic weirdo. However, the important outcome of this altercation was that Leafy denied responsibility for the actions of his fans. He claimed that all of his videos existed under a blanket state of satire.
It's all satire, bro, not a bad person, dude. It's all jokes, man.
Which supposedly excused him from the wrongdoings of his fans.
And I made a video about it, and it was one of those things that a lot of reaction channels do. It's one of those things that's like 50% like
Unlucky, dude. It's not my. It's all satire, man.
parody and like
Some people still don't get that. There's people in this chat that are still angry. I don't think it's all satire, man.
comedy. It's basically satire, and then 50% like an actual message.
All right.
I mean, a little bit is on you, but you can't fucking take responsibility for every single person that watches your videos. That's ridiculous, you know?
Why? That's bullshit. Why can't you just make another video telling them to fucking calm down and
see? That's
stop?
what.
Unlucky, GG, well played.
That's exactly what I was talking about with me and Pyro. We were thinking about making a video talking about satire content and how we make videos about people, but again, it's just parody and it's just
I was completely bullshitting about that. I didn't even talk to Pyro about that.
more comedic values. It's not we're not legitimately hitting these people.
That would all change after one video where Leafy and his fans took things too far. Leafy would upload a video making fun of a YouTuber by the name of TommyNC2010. Later that day, Tommy posted an emotionally distressed response.
He didn't understand it was satire? What the fuck is this, dude? That kid was playing it up. I don't care what anyone says.
Claiming that Leafy's fans had harassed him and given him death threats. On March 20th,
He starts the video off with a tear going down his face. I don't buy it, man.
Productions made a video calling out Leafy and the rest of the commentary community, accusing them of enabling a culture of bullying.
I've been putting off talking about this because it's just, I'm actually friends with these guys, so it's awkward, it's uncomfortable. But if for some reason we as a community have been giving these guys a pass.
Now, I'm sure all of you know who H3H3 is today, but back in 2016, he was producing a fairly different type of content. Much like Leafy, H3H3 was producing semi-satirical rants and commentaries about people on the internet. Although H3H3's content was conceptually similar to Leafy's, there were a few key differences that set him apart. For one, H3H3 had a far less abrasive tone than Leafy. He had a much more mellow and joking approach to his subjects, attracting a much less toxic audience. In a nutshell, H3H3's videos made you laugh, while Leafy's made you mad.
No, they're the same fucking thing. We're both fucking roasting people.
Additionally, H3H3 often targeted figures more famous than he, otherwise known as punching up.
He made a video on like the original Jacob Sartorius.
He would go after TV shows, celebrities, and giant YouTube prank channels. Leafy, on the other hand, had a reputation of punching down. He frequently targeted channels much smaller than his own, leading to much more harm to the victim from Leafy's overwhelming fan base.
My fan base was a little bit more toxic, but this idea that he was making different videos is just fucking crazy. They were the same fucking shit.
Heading into 2016, Leafy and H3H3
He just wasn't funny.
represented two diverging ends of the commentary community, and it wasn't long before they were no longer compatible. Due to the unprecedented amount of backlash Leafy was receiving from H3H3's video, he quickly took down the Tommy NC rant and issued an apology. But he wasn't taking all that flack sitting down. H3H3's Leafy rant marks a landmark moment in YouTube history, as it sparked a chain of events that would make 2016 the most influential year in the history of YouTube drama. Drama that intensified on March 23rd, when Leafy retaliated with the H3H3 Productions rant. In it, Leafy revealed a series of DMs between he and Ethan, uncovering a rather duplicitous side of Ethan, in which he befriends Leafy just months before attacking him, while also conspiring against Pyrocynical.
Because a lot of people don't understand that me and H3H3 Productions used to be friends.
The commentary community was now split in two, and for the first time since becoming popular, Leafy looked somewhat vulnerable. He had never before dealt with a confrontation where a huge number of people were against him. The H3 Leafy...
The best part too is that when I came back in 2020, so many people thought I was like bluffing with this no, everyone dislike his videos. I want to see what happens when he actually gets dislikes. Alright.
Leafy drama sent shockwaves across the YouTube community, and Leafy quickly became one of YouTube's most notorious figures.
I don't know why Ethan attacked me, dude. Did he not understand that it was all satire? It was all satire, dude. Why was he mad?
Everyone talking. Even a guy like Video Game Donkey, someone who never commentates on anything drama related, made a video mocking Leafy.
You may remember me from my dipshit videos where I make fun of retarded people.
You're fucking fat.
A few months later, Ethan would actually unlist the Leafy rant. He uploaded a video apologizing for his overly personal attack on Leafy, claiming that he was no longer proud of the original rant. Interestingly, Ethan would quickly unlist this video too, and you can make of that what you will. Regardless of Ethan's true intentions, the damage was already done to Leafy's credibility. The H3H3 rant was the first shot across the bow in the internet's gradual...
I know this is super dramatic, but the full story of that was Ethan, after I ended up making that video, even though I got dislike bombed, right? As time went on, it's the same thing with the content nuke on Keemstar. People started seeing H3H3's bullshit, and then he ended up just making this huge apology, refollowed me on Twitter, and said, hey man, what I did was dirty, right? Let's both take down our videos, and I'm gonna issue an apology. Now behind the scenes, this is what's going on. H3H3 realized that when he made that video on me, he couldn't make jokes anymore, right? He had to be in the SJW crowd, right? And Ethan wants to make jokes. So after he ended up doing that, now he couldn't make videos on people like Jacob Sartorius and shit like that. After I was, after I got through the drama, I just started making videos on Jacob Sartorius and everyone. Everyone wants to call me a scumbag piece of shit. Okay, man. Now he can even get worse. But, he made that video trying to, regain that shit, but, at that point, he was already, Reddit's hero, and he couldn't make videos on someone like Jacob Sartorius. You get the idea. So he ended up taking the video down, and then, just a couple months later, I think a year later, he just randomly shows up in content and fucking cop Leafy. And I'm not gonna lie, that had me steaming. My response to the content cop was so shit because I was so angry at H3H. Well, if you had to if I had to be honest, I was so fucking mad at H3H3 because of this entire thing, and I was so tilted, but it's obvious that I'm not really showing it, right? But I couldn't. There's nothing I could do. Imagine just like me going after Ethan out of that thing. I thought Ethan was going to make another video on me after him. That's what I did with Keemstar. But Ethan being like the evil type that he is, it's like fucking Dwight Schrute level shit. It's like the biggest punch is just like, nah, I'm not even going to make a video on him. Dude, he's evil.
Will turn against Leafy, and a sign of much more grave things to come. But once all the flames died down, Leafy would remain relatively unscathed for the next couple of months, as YouTube's scorn was After H3H3 turned on his former ally, everyone in the commentary community had to watch their backs. The Leafy rant would go on to attract a ton of viewers, and everyone discovered that there was now a huge audience for YouTube drama.
It's ironic that it all started with Ethan Klein.
And therefore, a huge incentive to expose unscrupulous YouTubers.
Be the first one to fire. Every man is a liar.
That opportunity was seized by a new challenger that you all know as iDubbbz. On May 5th, 2016, iDubbbz uploaded the bombshell known as the Keemstar Content Cop, a 22-minute expose that ripped into Keemstar with such surgical precision that it instantly shot him up to public enemy number 1. Keemstar, who thrived on YouTube drama.
Here's another hot take. I think his content I think his content cop on Keemstar was his weakest one. I think it was actually not that good. And I'm not just saying that. His entire point was that Keemstar was like this biased asshole. Everyone knew that Keemstar was fucking biased, dude. He was telling Total Biscuit on Twitter that he was like, you know, waiting the day to report his death. You didn't need a 20-minute video to like break down all the details of it. His best one was on me, in my opinion.
Was ironically going to become its next target. Leafy should have been thankful. Keemstar had taken all the heat off of him, but Leafy, the eager opportunist that he was, saw Keemstar's stumble as an opportunity to redeem himself after the H3H3 dispute. Just a few months earlier, Leafy used Keemstar as a friendly platform.
I think it was more of like a Reddit thing because they didn't know who Keemstar was. But again, I think most people that watched Keemstar knew that he was not the fucking news guy. He was fucking trolling and whatnot. His best one was on Rice Gum. He might have made like good points in that one, but I mean, I don't think the rap was that good. The Rice Gum one definitely had like the highest like production value though.
To grow his audience. Leafy would once again use Keemstar to grow his audience, this time as an enemy. On June 13th, Leafy would launch the first strike in a series of attacks that spanned 2 months and 4 rants, culminating in a video where Leafy claimed he was suing Keemstar for defamation. The Keemstar rants were almost universally liked, and they...
I never was gonna sue him. The best part, too, is my first video on Keemstar and the entire situation. I even said, if this video gets 50k likes, I'm just gonna attack this dude. It was so fucking funny.
Leafy would launch the first strike in a series of attacks that spanned 2 months and 4...
These two, utter bullshit. Maybe this one, too. No. Okay, so there's one video he didn't put, but the first 3 were all bullshit. The 3rd video, I was actually angry. The 4th video, I was really angry. I've said this so many times, but when you like talk about Keemstar, the thing that will just like blow you away is he will keep fucking with you forever. This guy has no life at all. I have 0 friends, and Keemstar has less of a life than me. This dude, every single day, you will wake up to him talking shit about you. over and over again. Months will go by. You'll wake up and he's like saying that you're subbotting. He's saying that you're fucking, you have, dude, he started this massive campaign where he said that I had like STDs and shit like that. This is what I mean when I say like, iDubbbz is, you know, whatever the fuck, content nuke on, content cop on Keemstar. I don't think it was that. Dude, everyone knows Keemstar is like this, but when you actually have to deal with it, it gets so fucking irritating after a while. And it's so ridiculous too. But, oh my god, man.
4 rants, culminating in a video where Leafy...
It's like 6 months go by and he's like, still, random campaign. Leafy's a pedophile? Have you guys seen that Twitter video? He's like insinuating that you're a pedophile and shit.
Claimed he was suing Keemstar for defamation. The Keemstar rants were almost universally liked, and they became some of the most popular videos on his
Keemstar is like that fighting character that he has no like special combo or like big move, but the way he beats you is just like endurance. He will wake up every single day. Doesn't matter how many dislikes, doesn't matter how much shit he gets, but he will just constantly never stop. And it's so fucking irritating on the other end.
Channel. Leafy rode the wave of Keemstar hate, along with his usual content, to the highest level of popularity that he ever achieved. This was the peak of Leafy's empire. It was all downhill from here. During the summer of 2016, Leafy still towered above all of his contemporaries in the commentary community. On July 4th, Leafy's channel was hacked by a rogue group by the name of Poodle Corp. His channel was
That shit was so annoying. They changed every single one of my titles to hacked by Poodle Corp with some bot. And the thing that was the most frustrating was they changed the titles, which I know the titles were a meme, right? But some of the titles were pretty fucking funny. In some of these videos, the titles were more funny than the actual fucking video themselves, right? But they changed all of them, and I couldn't come up, like, I didn't know the exact name for every single one of them. So a lot of the times, the title would end up getting changed to something that was, like, less good.
restored back to normal.
Like this video. I think the original title was The Most Russian Person Ever on YouTube or some shit. The most Russian YouTuber in this, I don't fucking remember. But they were much better than what they turned into.
And the Poodle Corp incident soon faded from recent memory. This brief little incident did reveal one important consequence. Leafy wasn't just a big channel, he was also a big target. The internet's collective rage against Keemstar lasted throughout the summer and began to burn out towards the end of August. During that time, Leafy had feasted on the decaying remains of Keemstar's reputation. However, unlike old times...
This is a rerun? No, it's not. I'm interacting with chat. What are you talking... Why do people say that? This is fucking live right now.
Leafy was the scavenger, not the killer. For the first time in a YouTube confrontation, Leafy was not the apex predator. That distinction now belonged to iDubbbz, a title that he would ferociously retain in the next edition of Content Cop.
You're hiding your putrid, malformed chin. If you look at anyone with a weak chin, not only is his chin open to the public, no chin at all, very weak chin, lost chin.
Bro, I have a chin, what the fuck?
Weak chin, chin implant. Chin, 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 chin. Hide the chin.
It wasn't the most meticulously researched Content Cop. It wasn't the most groundbreaking. It didn't have the most profound message. But it didn't need to. The simple purpose of this Content Cop was to beat Leafy at his own game. To stoop to Leafy's level and give him a taste of his own medicine. This wasn't a shocking expose on Leafy's character. Everybody already knew why Leafy was problematic. The purpose of this Content Cop was to serve as a sheer display of dominance, dismantling Leafy's content by using his own methods against him. Any logical defense Leafy could have made.
I'm not gonna, dude, my response was really garbage. When I actually showed my chin, oh my god, actual cringe.
Didn't matter, because he had a weird chin. Another victory for weaponized memes. For the first time ever, Leafy was shoved off his high perch and cast into the depths of mass ridicule and personal insults. The very same hell he had subjected to his dozens of victims. Content Cop had effectively swayed public opinion against Leafy. You almost couldn't take him seriously afterwards. All of Leafy's credibility as a ruthless cynic had been demolished, and in the eyes of most casual viewers, Leafy's legacy was set in stone as a cowardly, insecure troll who bullies people for attention, but more importantly, as a guy with no chin.
Damn, dude.
After the Content Cop, Leafy would never really recover. His sub count pretty much froze at 4.8 million, then began to take a nosedive. His new uploads were bombarded with tens of thousands of dislikes from persistent haters. His videos
At least I'm not a cuck.
dwindled in viewership from several million views each to just a few 100,000. Many other YouTubers followed up on Content Cop by coming out of the woodwork with their own personal accounts of how Leafy took advantage of them, accusing him of greedy and manipulative behavior.
Oh my god, this was like the gayest witch hunt after that. We all know that at this point in time, you know, I was like kind of like, everyone wanted a big video on me and whatnot, right? But these people that just like made these videos, like the $20 meme, oh my god. That shit like was so tilting after a while.
As time went on, Leafy would only become more and more maligned. No one really came to his defense. No one that mattered, at least. All of Leafy's influential friends from the past had abandoned him. He had made too many enemies.
This is such a dramatic video. I don't think it was that dramatic. A lot of the small channels did, but like, yeah, me and Grape were still making videos.
And fascinatingly, through all of this, Leafy never changed. He kept up the bombastic titles. He kept up the sexualized thumbnails. He kept up—
Because they were working still, bro. I know, like, people love this, like, dramatic story, and, dude, I fuck with it, too. But, I mean, the videos were still working. Like, that's the truth. What ended up being, like, the worst thing was the fucking yellow checkmark shit.
Reptilian persona. He just kept charging forward, full steam ahead. It was as if he was refusing his own fate, in complete denial of his doomed channel.
What?
He just kept going, fueled perhaps by a burning desire to reclaim his glory. The fleeting—
Okay, this is definitely towards the end. This is when the yellow checkmark did come in. This is when I was just only going on fumes. The videos towards the end were so, like, just... They're pretty much what H3H3's podcast is now.
fame and admiration that now eluded him.
Not the videos when I came back in 2020, but, like, I think 2017? That's when I just had this format. I was just grinding it on like a bot.
Or maybe he kept up the roasts and rants because he had forgotten how
I don't know why. I mean, I know why I did, but I had this idea that I had to daily upload. I don't know, and in the beginning it made sense because the AdSense was at its all-time high, but the fact that, okay, like a few things. The fact that I responded to the iDub shit within like 2 days, holy fuck. Like, moon levels of just like fucking retard, right? This dude like clearly spent quite a bit of time on his video. The fact that I just, oh my god, fucking idiot. But it was mainly because when you're like daily uploading, you know, there's always a topic in front of you. You kind of have to go on with it, you know?
to do anything else. YouTube fame had consumed him for the better part of 2 years. Maybe the constant praise and fan worship had conditioned Leafy to accept toxic rants as part of his identity. It was the only formula he knew that gave him the fame he desperately desired. He no longer knew any other way of making content. Leafy convinced himself that he would ride his downward spiral to the bitter end.
I mean, that is true.
July 2017, when Leafy got exposed, literally,
The way I saw it was, dude, I'm just gonna milk it until it's dry.
after his Snapchat got hacked and his bare naked body was released online for everyone to see. Ironically, Leafy's legacy ended with every—
Dude, this fucking shit is so dramatic. I thought those nudes were pretty good. Everyone go to Pornhub right now and look up Leafy is here. I'm not, dude,
everyone roasting him for being—
I mean, the way they got nuked, they were saved on my Snapchat private story. was kind of proud of them.
Being weird. After this incident, Leafy wouldn't last much longer. Maybe reality finally caught up with him. Maybe he could only take the hate for so long.
At this point, I definitely was just like going on fumes. But, I mean, everyone already knows my stance on this. I think it's way more algorithm based.
Maybe he finally...
Maybe people were just like burnt with my like format or some shit. But yeah, I was just like burnt. I was just like, dude, I'm gonna fucking get a few more thousand out of this and then I'm out.
Accepted his demise after ranting about Jake Paul couldn't even save his channel. Leafy had already abandoned his Twitter page in May 2017, and after uploading a final rant in December...
I know this video is like a documentary, but damn, this is serious, dude. Does anyone actually think the nudes was like one of the big reasons why I was getting less views around this time?
Leafy called it quits. He didn't even say goodbye.
I made like 3 videos on it.
Bye. So that's it then. Content Cop killed Leafy. The end. But that's
the end. That's it.
That's not the whole story. Something else was already killing Leafy long before Content Cop got to him. Something bigger than anyone could possibly imagine. It's easy to...
Dude, I take it all back. Holy shit. This guy had it fucking right.
Sit there and believe that Content Cop was totally responsible for Leafy's demise. And while it is true that following Content Cop, Leafy's subscriber count started a permanent decline, if you take a closer look at the numbers, the data, the analytics, something just doesn't add up. This episode of Content Cop propelled iDubbbz and the series to legendary popularity. People point to this video and what subsequently happened to Leafy as proof that iDubbbz is a bona fide YouTube killer.
That was a little bit tilting, I'm not gonna lie. Because like when I was getting so burnt with this shit, right? And like my videos were getting taken down and stuff like that. Oh my god. The fact that everyone wanted to like try to take the... Bro, it was me. I think even Keemstar was trying to take the fucking credit. Keemstar was like, dude, it was all me. He showed up on this episode of Baited. I got him.
But is that actually true? To date, iDubbbz has produced 11 episodes of Content Cop. In 7 of them, he has talked about a specific YouTube channel. So out of those 7, how many do you think were...
Here's genuine advice to iDubbbz. The Content Cop series, it's almost impossible to keep it going with YouTube's terms of service, right? But if he were to bring it back, I think he could get away with making the videos on the types of channels, right? Although I think he's like, he doesn't want to make those videos or something. I don't know.
YouTube channel. So out of those 7, how many do you think were directly killed by Content Cop? Jinx is a pretty dead channel today, but his decline didn't start until several...
Jinx is a fucking idiot. I said this in the last stream. The fact that he actually stopped reacting to videos after everyone made a video on him, moron.
Weeks after Content Cop.
If he were to just keep doing that, he could have had like 30 million subs.
The Fine Bros lost subs for a brief period, but that was due to attacks from multiple YouTubers, not just iDubbbz. And even with that, the Fine Bros are still doing better today than they ever have been.
Proof. These people... See, this is how you can tell. These fucking soulless individuals. Everyone comes after them. They tried to censor the entire fucking internet, right? They just kept doing it. He doesn't even fucking... They don't even care. And now they're how many subs are they at? They're at 20 million subs. They beat everyone in the commentary community. Add up all their subs. They won, dude. And what they were doing was like 100 times worse than like the Jinx shit. It's funny. Yeah. This is the line, dude. I can't.
Keemstar experienced a significant decline after Content Cop, but after about a year, his numbers returned back to normal, so you can't really argue that he's still a dead channel. Tanamongu, you could argue, was directly affected by Content Cop for several months, but now that a year has passed, her channel has...
Whatever happened with her? She apparently married Jake Paul or something, and now she's on MTV? Tanacon? It's so fucking weird, right? There's these random YouTubers that, like, they come out of LA and they have all these big deals out of nowhere.
Rebounded and is currently thriving. Certainly not dead.
Tanacon ended her?
The Rice Gum Content Cop, which you'd think would be the most influential since it's currently the most viewed in the series, barely put a dent in his numbers.
Would you pipe it? Yeah, I think I would.
The only channel besides Leafy that you could argue got killed by Content Cop is How to Prank It Up, which is pretty dead today and started declining right after the iDubbbz video, so I'll give him that one. If you've been keeping score, that's 2 out of...
Who the fuck is How to Prank It Up?
7 Content Cops you could even argue directly killed the channel.
Alright, I know this, like, conspiracy theory came out afterwards, right? I know he's not even gonna go over it because this was made when H3H3 was the good guy, right? But one in the chat if you think H3H3 created and wrote Content Cop Leafy. 2 in the chat if you think it was Ian. $50-50? I think it's definitely a joint effort. I think iDubbbz did the no chin shit, right? But I think H3H3 added the actual, you know, like the minor points. You know what's funny too is, what's it called? A lot of the times, okay, so iDubbbz is Content Cop some people. There's like all these minor points, but then there's like the big meme, right? Like Rice Gums, they have all the points about his content, and then he has the rap diss track. Now, I know that the ending part is like the payoff, it's like the hype thing, right? But the things before are usually pretty decent criticism, right? Like when iDubbbz was talking about like the 10-second transitions and shit like that, even though I was super fucking defensive when I made my response like an idiot, that actually was decent criticism. The transitions were way too long. I was saying literally way too much. Now, what was his other points? The retarded shit, I mean, we all know, like, I actually fucking knew the person was retarded and whatnot, but, yeah.
They were targeting. Based on the data...
Like, he called me out for, like, the stretching, you know, the content and stuff like that, and he pointed out that, you know, I'm repeating myself, and he said something like, what is it called? He said some shit like, you know, I don't know if it's because he's making daily videos, but we all know that that was like the actual case. When you're making daily videos, it actually is pretty rough not to stretch them out and whatnot.
It seems like Content Cop is actually far more likely to have minimal to no effect on its target channel.
I still do it though.
Which made me pretty skeptical of it being the true cause of Leafy's downfall. And unlike How to Prank It Up, which was one of dozens of interchangeable and forgettable YouTube prank channels, Leafy was a distinct entity who was leading his genre with a highly loyal fan base. Could one single video really stop all of that progress in its tracks? I don't think so. And if you dive deeper into the analytics, Leafy's true killer begins to appear. First of all, Leafy's stats show a sharp decline beginning in July 20...
People don't understand this with Social Blade. I already made this video.
Leafy's true killer begins to appear.
It's funny that, like, again, I know he's just going with, like, the documentary fucking narrative and
First
whatnot.
of all, Leafy's stats...
But, look at this. Total views. The reason why total views go down is because videos get removed, and when a video gets removed, you get negative views for the day. This is when the yellow check... I don't know if it's like the exact date, but YouTube started removing videos around this date. Look at like every single commentary channel.
Show a sharp decline.
If you get negative views, that's why it like flatlines.
And beginning in July 2016. Keep in mind, Content Cop came out September 12th. And even before the Content Cop, Leafy's subscriber rate had already dropped by 80% over the past 2 months. Over that same period, his average views dropped by about 40%. Even during the month of September, when you'd think Leafy would at least gain a temporary boost in views from the drama surrounding Content Cop, he had his biggest decline in viewership yet. Perhaps you could argue that Leafy's content had grown stale, and that his audience had grown tired of it. But does that really explain an 80% reduction in subscriber growth in just 2 months? Let's compare that to our old friend Captain Sparkles, who took 14 months to achieve the same decline.
Again, videos were being removed.
It doesn't make sense that Leafy would all of a sudden fade so quickly, especially considering how loyal his audience was. Another intriguing detail is that once Leafy's numbers hit rock bottom, he could never recover. By spring 2017, Leafy's view count had flatlined to about 10% of what it was.
The thing he doesn't understand, again, I know the video is like entertainment and whatnot, right? But if you look at the videos before they got removed, before the fucking entire channel got removed, the videos were still getting views. The thing was the videos that had the most views was actually getting taken down.
Its peak.
So it's funny that, like, you know, again, I understand it's like entertainment, but
and it slowly
why didn't he change his format? Again, because it was still working.
Continued to decline beyond that. Now, this isn't too out of the ordinary for a typical YouTuber. A lot of channels peak in popularity only to slowly fade away and never return. However, Leafy was not a typical YouTuber, so you have to compare him to a more similar channel, like Keemstar. Leafy and Keemstar had very similar experiences in 2016. Both were subjects of Content Cop. Both went through a period where they lost many subscribers, and I think it's fair to say that both had a pretty similar audience. And when you compare their stats, they both flatlined in a similar way, except for one thing. Keemstar eventually bounced back. Not slowly either. Over just 2 months in mid-2017, he inexplicably spiked back up into popularity.
Dude, it's because he had a beard. I have a beard now, guys.
And by the time his numbers stabilized, his subscriber rate had more than quadrupled from where they were in early 2017. It was as if a giant weight had been lifted from his channel, allowing it to...
If I ever do a face reveal, should I shave and go for the, like, dude, you know? Hey, it's me. Or should I just, like, try to look more scruffed up? The beard is not as good as Keem's. There's no... I don't have those genes, bro. I can't fuck with that shit. Keemstar's beard is fucking legendary. It's funny that he, like, gets shit for having that beard. Dude, that beard's, like, fucking badass. Should I just, like, grow out my hair and come on like I'm homeless? Like, don't take a shower for 2 days. Guys, I'm addicted to crack. You know what's funny too is, dude, I got a haircut right around fucking 5 mil subs. Unlucky.
Suddenly grow freely. It just doesn't seem natural. And this is where my theory comes in. Content Cop didn't kill...
It's not a huge beard. Fuck, dude, I'm like setting up these like bad expectations, man. Fuck. I don't have like a genuine beard. Okay.
Leafy. YouTube did. And I'm not talking about the YouTube community.
I don't want any good expectations, dude. I'm already awkward as fuck on like fucking facecam, dude. That was a bad comment.
Or the YouTube algorithm. Put on those tinfoil hats, everyone, because I am proposing that YouTube's executives conspired against Leafy to sabotage the visibility of his channel. And this isn't just something I'm pulling out of my ass.
Man, so many people love this like shadow banned idea, and I know what they mean when they talk about it, but at the same time, I don't think it's that fucking like spooky, right? I think it's just they clearly do not want edgy content, right? If you make edgy content, they don't monetize your videos. What they do is they make blatant algorithm changes that negatively impact channels. You saw it when iDubbbz's content cop got removed. They make like small little statements, and what they're essentially saying with a bunch of vague new rules is that we don't want edgy content. We're going to remove some of the videos, and we're just going to slowly keep removing videos. And that's it. They make small algorithm changes where you get fucked if you make edgy content.
Has to explain away Leafy's decline. There's a ton of evidence I found supporting this theory. In December 2017, an anonymous user under the alias Tower Dog leaked some classified—
Wait, what the fuck? Rewind everything I just said.
Information about YouTube's internal activities. He alleged that in mid-2016, YouTube held a private meeting with a few select creators. This meeting had one objective.
This was when the yellow checkmark shit came in.
To decide what to do with what YouTube referred to as unwanted channels.
It was H3H3 the whole time? Dude, notice how H3H3 was not in that category. They had iDubbbz who got fucked by this shit. Everyone else... It was H3H3, dude.
YouTube referred to as unwanted channels. Earlier in this video, I mentioned how becoming a big channel also makes you a big target. And back when Leafy was rising up the ranks, he attracted attention from more than just edgy teenagers. Apparently,
even if that dude was bullshitting, H3H3 still was making pretty edgy content. Why didn't they... That's very suspicious, man.
YouTube had become well aware of Leafy's meteoric rise.
Dude, at this point, H3H3 is getting so much hate, he needs to just come out and say, I banned Leafy. You know how much of a power play that would be? He's definitely gotten the same amount of hate that I have. I don't think he cares about dislikes either. Imagine if he just came out and said, I banned Leafy, and I can't be fucking banned either. I'm friends with Susan. That'd be so fucking, like, much of a power play.
And they wanted none of it. They most likely...
You'd be based as fuck, right? It was me the entire time. Here's the emails. And there's nothing that you can do about it. He won't do that, though, because...
felt that Leafy's method of borderline cyberbullying people for fame would set a dangerous precedent for YouTube as a whole. YouTube's higher-ups supposedly threw around ideas of channel deletion and direct censorship, but they ultimately decided against both of those, and settled on a much more discreet option of getting rid of Leafy and channels like him. 3 months later, YouTube would quietly release the system we now know as demonetization.
This killed so many more channels than than people even give credit for. Like, even today, if you're wondering why so many YouTubers have changed, it's all because of this update. And I don't know who the fuck is responsible for this update, but tell me who is, because I want to talk to them. You know what's funny too is I think it might have been because of PewDiePie. PewDiePie said the N-word on stream, and this is when this thing got updated. And now everyone defended PewDiePie back then. But I guarantee if we rolled it back and everyone knew the consequences of this yellow checkmark bullshit, they would not be a fan of it. If you're not a YouTuber, what this means is every single time you make a video, it has to be reviewed by someone, and if you say anything controversial, you don't make money on it and your video gets no views. All my videos got yellow checkmarked. Most of everyone else's videos got yellow checkmarked too. The only person that didn't was H3H3. And somehow Keemstar, grew out of this. Keemstar got fucked hard too. Somehow he survived. I have no idea how.
It took over a year after that before YouTubers started to realize that demonetization affected much more than ad revenue. We began to notice that
Keemstar was the only one that could adapt to this, landscape. Everyone else just got fucked. They had to either bow down to this new system or get banned.
Demonetized videos would directly correlate with poorer video performance, uncovering a massive system
Keemstar's the main character,
where affected videos would show up far less in viewers' recommendations. After further research, YouTubers discovered an entire underground rating system that affects the monetization status of entire channels. So,
yep, I remember this shit. When this shit came out, this is when I actually quit. This is when I was like, yeah, this shit is no fun.
Based on what we now know today, is it not reasonable to
Most people did, like, kind of quit at this update.
infer that
Somehow
YouTube may have
Keemstar found it
covertly
fun.
injected
Oh, a
an
new
early
game.
version of this system into Leafy's channel?
For all we know, Keemstar probably liked it. He's like, the rules are changing.
Of YouTube's demonetization system? I think it's highly likely. What else could be responsible for all of the strange patterns in Leafy's data? It's just too much of an anomaly to happen under natural circumstances. Something had to be pulling the strings behind the scenes, and I think that thing was YouTube tweaking the visibility of Leafy's videos. It makes perfect sense on YouTube's end. They were worried about Leafy gaining too
Dramatic ass. Dude, he already showed proof it was already the case.
to stop him, but they didn't want
But it has to be more. It has to be they planned, like, the JFK assassination.
interfering with the growth of a YouTube channel. Now consider this. Leafy can't gain any more influence if the algorithm doesn't spread his videos to new people. And people won't notice which videos YouTube isn't recommending them. And if you pay attention, you can see the extent to which YouTube has hidden Leafy's videos. Let's look at YouTube search. If you search
This video aged so fucking well.
any channel you can imagine right now on YouTube, you're pretty much guaranteed to find videos from that channel in the first few results of the search. However, if you search for Leafy's channel on YouTube, the first results you see aren't Leafy's videos, but other people's videos about Leafy. Here's another example. Leafy's channel once peaked at nearly 5 million subscribers.
Time out, what was that title?
But other people's videos about Leafy. Here's another example.
How to kill literally any human in 3 seconds. Oh my god.
Leafy's channel once peaked at nearly 5 million subscribers. So based on that stat, how many views do you think his...
I mean, H3H3 says he took the dub, but... It seems after they hid me, I still fucking adapted. Until they had to just ban me.
most viewed video has? For comparison, I have around 270,000 subscribers, and my most viewed video has over 5 million views. It's very common for YouTube channels to have their most popular video
They couldn't just hide me, dude. They had to erase me from history.
the view count several factors above their subscriber count. So considering Leafy's sub count was nearly 5 million at one point, you'd expect his...
Yo, there's a shitload of people subscribing right now. Appreciate it. Fuck. I need to make these notifications, like, automatic.
most viewed video to have around 15, 20, or 30 million views. Leafy's most viewed video has just over 8 million views, not even double his subscriber count. It's bizarre, and it's probably way less than you expected. It's almost as if Leafy's videos have never been spread beyond his core.
You know what's so tilting? There were so many videos with like 10 million views that just got removed over and over again, right? People wonder why I was like so big on like the algorithm junkie shit, right? When I made just videos that would just like hit in its perfect, like in the perfect way.
Core audience.
Like that Devin kid? Dude, that was like a grand slam. YouTube just randomly removed it when it was on like the trending page like a month later. Back then I think videos could go on the trending page like back to back.
There's one more little wrinkle to this theory that I discovered. Out of all the episodes of Content Cop, the Leafy Content Cop was the only one that YouTube put at the top of trending for more than 24 hours.
And then they removed that video too. Just like the Pokemon shit. What are the chances that it was all H3H3? What if H3H3 was even doing him dirty?
And I found this fact the most interesting of all. If this theory were true, Content Cop would be the perfect cover-up for Leafy's downfall.
H3H3 and Keemstar is like Israel versus fucking the what are the fucking name? The Palestines or whatever the fuck?
Just made up his
The
allegation.
entire commentary community is just that, dude.
Of YouTube's secret meeting. You may think that all the research and evidence related to YouTube's indirect censorship is
And
bogus.
they're both fighting
and
for
even if you are the
Jerusalem,
most
man.
skeptical person on the web about this theory, let me just ask you
No,
one
but I think Keemstar's like Italian, but I mean, it definitely does fit.
thing. Have you ever seen a Leafy video in your recommendations after 2016? Or maybe everything I just said is wrong, and Leafy's downfall was actually caused by Mr. Darkness's curse.
Ladies and gentlemen, the death spell.
This dude needs to make an updated version where he just blames H3H3. It's been confirmed at this point.
Has been turned off.
No, but for
Traveler
just
Nation.
like videos,
I still
aged
have
very
to
well.
like do the if I want the spell to end, I have to do the counter spell.
Keemstar is Iran?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the rise and fall of Leafy is Here, from beginning to end. So what did we learn? Well, I think the story of Leafy is Here is a cautionary tale of what happens when a YouTuber becomes too popular too quickly. A lot of
What? Are you kidding me?
people will tell you that Leafy deserved all the
I didn't
punishment
do no fucking Onision shit. Jesus, man. Don't put me in that group.
he got, given the 12 or so months of unleashing his
Why is he putting the shitty picture of me up, dude? I'd rather him put the dick picture up.
unsuspecting victims across YouTube. Leafy's ultimate fate of mass public humiliation and ridicule seemed like a fitting end to one of the most notorious figures on this website. But if you look past the hate, if you look past the drama,
Oh my god, dude. That clip. Ethan putting up those posters. So tilting, dude. This is after we buried the hatchet and everything and he said sorry to me. He said, like, straight up, quote for quote, "What I did to you was out of greed." Then he just shows up in this massive video.
past the fame, the
Ethan
fortune,
Klein is evil, dude.
and the fans, you may realize that Leafy was only 20 years old at the peak of his fame.
I gotta give credit where credit is due. I don't know whose idea that was, right? If it's Ethan's, if it was like iDubbbz, I have no idea. But that was like a sick troll move, right? The fact that he's there, he's not even gonna say anything rude, but he's just gonna show up just because he knows that I fucking hate this guy. Oh my god. And I can't even attack him for showing up in the video. That's like a 500 IQ play.
That's the same age I am now. And oddly enough, looking back at Leafy's YouTube career, I noticed a lot of parallels between him and me. We both started making videos many years ago, built up a moderate audience from making a consistent type of video for many years, only to suddenly pivot to making more outspoken commentary videos. Maybe it's all just a coincidence, but to be honest, I think there's a little bit of Leafy in all of us. What person doesn't want to become a famous and successful YouTuber? Why do you think people spend so much time and effort putting themselves into this virtual box that, in all likelihood, everyone will ignore? It's because everyone is chasing that same dream, that image of a guy.
No, I'm not chasing this dream. I don't want to be fucking Jake Paul. No, thank you. Everyone in the chat, do you want to be Jake Paul? Making rap videos? Living in a house with 25 other obnoxious YouTubers? Waking up to random pranks? Dude, we're gonna wake this guy up by like shoving pie in his face or some shit. Wake up, pie's in your face, dude has a camera. Oh my god, I'm gonna put this on my YouTube channel. I would pumped up kicks if like someone forced me to live in that environment.